What up? It's your boy. Sensei back at it. That's right. We just found a fucking house. Let's see. Just tried to pause because I've been playing RimWorld so much. Okay. So let's continue talking to this lady.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you
He's
with?
a nice lady.
Nay, I haven't seen anyone lately.
Okay, but do you know who I'm talking
This
about?
is my little cinder block town. I know what goes on around here.
She's being evasive. She knows something.
Uh-huh. I know.
There was a murder in Martinez. She might be a suspect. We would appreciate your help.
Would you now? I know how this world works, and it doesn't work when people tell on each other.
This is like when that man locked himself in the woodshed. We just need to help her out.
No, it's not like that, man. With him, we called you. Right now, you just arrived by yourself, like a raven.
God, this
plucking
woman
at
went
the
from,
window
like,
glass.
enjoying our company to really
Enough
hating
of
it.
this. She better start talking right now.
I see. You know something about you decided
There's
not to
not
tell
much
us.
to tell. People come and go. Now, was there something else?
I see, ma'am. I hope you don't mind if we look around anyway.
You should look around your shack. Maybe she's rented it out to others too.
So who exactly
Me?
are you here?
No one. Just an old,
Old washerwoman.
Mother called me Isabel, if that's what you're asking. And my married name is Sadie.
Isabel
Now it's
Sadie.
your turn, Mr.
Lieutenant W. Freighter Harrier Dubois.
Quite a handle you got there. So many titles. One of them double.
She's got a couple of ranks herself. Honored chief and so on.
Just us. It's barely a village.
I like this
anymore.
lady a lot.
We
She's doing her best.
almost don't exist. This is pretty much a non-place. A gap, a blank spot on the map, just a cluster of nameless shacks on a nameless street.
The place is so pornographically poor, it's not even
Hell yeah,
funny.
we got 10 experience. What the fuck is this pornographically poor? This place. There a way to make a little money around here?
For you? No, officer. The only money we have here is some coins the drunks try hiding from their women and then forgot about.
Yeah, and I already picked up some of those. Who else lives here?
Well, there's Lillian and her kids. A few new folks live in the house to the east, but they are away right now. And then there's the drunks. Not a pretty sight, but there's little we can do about it.
Man,
Home is
there are a
home,
lot of drunk
even
people.
for
Like,
them.
they're really hammering on. Is this just where the
Sooner
alcoholics
or later, you'll see
congregate?
for yourself. Don't have to look long to find these guys.
This is such a mean thing, but it's funny.
The lack of wealth is the one thing we've got in abundance.
Woman smiles cryptically.
Riddles. Fits with the general ambiance here.
Aye, sometimes it's as though I'm also gotten lost inside this nameless nothing.
I'm lost too.
Oh, it seems to be a common theme these days.
I think I'm in the process of finding myself again.
Isn't that what people always think when they are lost? Something I can do for you to find your way, officer?
It's got to be something
Over
here.
there, you can find more of the same. Shacks and trees growing wild. That's the pox.
Fuck is the
An old
fox?
military hospital and its surroundings. Or it used to be, during the time of the suzerain. After the war, it was turned into a
I'm
goodwill
for real
hospital
gonna fire
for
the spot.
shell-shocked
What the fuck?
veterans and folks looking for some quiet in the old sanatorium gardens. Now the area is crisscrossed with nameless streets and makeshift cinder block houses.
Shacks.
Shacks
Shacks as far as the eye can see.
The goodwill ran out. The staff left and the place was shut down. It's long gone by now.
Damn.
She nods, rinsing another piece of cloth.
All right, what's further
Not
down the
much.
coast?
There's the abandoned church, the Dolorian Church of Humanity. It's been there since before my time, even.
All right.
Some things just don't fly, officer. Look around. Who'd go to church here? They built it 300 years ago.
That's a good
Must have
point.
been nicer then.
So, they don't hold services there anymore?
No, we've tried, but things just keep happening. Crime,
It's a pity.
accidents.
Used to
other
be such a
things.
nice church.
The place never stays.
She's not telling you all she knows. Keep her talking.
Get the feeling you're leaving stuff out. What else is going on?
Well, there's that music from across the sea.
Music.
And now, suspicious-looking people are sneaking around the church.
Interesting. You could look into this ruckus if you have the time.
Before you get to the church, there's some ruins, an apartment complex, or some kind of electrical plant. Run-down bunch of houses.
Oh, which is it? Apartments
Empty.
or an electrical?
I don't know exactly. A pre-war place. It used to be something. Before the war. I wasn't here then, you know.
All right, what
Wasn't
else?
Of note, the old fish market up on the boardwalk. But it's closed.
Everyone come to a fish market here.
No one. That's why it's closed.
Yeah, that's fair.
It was once a bustling place. Now, what catch we do bring in goes straight into a lorry for the Delta or somewhere else.
There's got to be more
What?
along the coast.
You're one of those real estate people with big plans? If you want a development opportunity, you can check out the abandoned building over at Land's End. Used to be a supply depot, we think, sending
Oh, I'm
goods
doing
and
it.
ammo across the bay.
That's right.
It's jam shut though.
We got this shit working again. I did literally nothing for it.
Sell or scavenge, but it's impossible.
But alright. Alright, used to be a supply depot with ink, sending goods and ammo across the bay. Hell yeah, look at that. Damn shut though. We tried to get in, see if there was anything to sell or scavenge.
And
but-
now you know everything there is to know about this coast.
Alright, thank you. We go talk to that lady. Can't see into the house from this angle. Well, if only we could get closer.
The door has seen better days. The layer of paint has started to peel off due to the salt and wind from the sea. Even the lock looks slightly rusted.
I'll wait outside to give you some time and privacy to check out your new living arrangement and look for any signs of Ruby.
Alright,
But just
this
so
is
you
the
know,
new place.
After we are done with the day, I'll still be staying in the whirling in rags for the night. We'll
Hell
meet
yeah.
in front of the shack in the morning.
The key turns with a satisfying.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense that Kim would go stay in a place that actually has real heat and water and electricity and stuff. While my drunk ass stays out here. Oh, fuck yeah, look at this fucking jacket. Shit. The only thing it's missing is the elbow pads. Honestly, I think I'd rather have the empathy and the hand-eye coordination.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it, adorned with
Cited
the
the
expression.
poem. So, science fiction books. He's to see a church.
As you look at the floorboards in this corner of the shack, it's clear one of them
Oh shit!
isn't quite level
fuck is
with
this?
the others. The edge of a floorboard next to it looks
It's
strange.
nothing. It's probably fun. I feel like playing the least inquisitive detective in the world would be a funny thing to do.
Hollow space underneath the floorboards is dark and damp. You can barely make out the mixture of sand and sawdust below.
What's in there?
Nothing particular catches your eye. Looks like more reeds. There might be something hidden inside the sand, though. Something bad. Someone's night thoughts. A last resort. A bad idea.
Search through the sand and
You
sawdust.
stick your hand in and start combing through the sand. Dry,
All the way in.
not like outside. Fine dust. And then something hard wrapped in paper. A small cylindrical object. You pull it out. A bullet.
Bullet.
A 9mm bullet, to be exact. Fit for all muzzle loaders of that.
Well, I wasn't expecting
The
that.
floorboard doesn't care. But maybe the washerwoman does. You have enough to confront her with.
Okay.
Holding the bullet, you get the feeling this isn't ammunition against you. It's for herself.
So, is this a thing? Oh. I could sell the... Where the fuck did the bullet go? Well, we don't have the bullet anymore. Or maybe it's not an item that I have
On
in
the
my
table,
inventory.
you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand
Ooh.
mirror. A straight razor soaks inside the wash basin. The water reflects back a vague image of your face. Nose bulbous and red. Hair
We try and
unkempt,
shave and then we fuck it up.
wrinkles
We're gonna
lining the eyes and forehead.
get
The stash
very hurt.
is gigantic. You'll be looking like a pansy without the chops. A fucking pansy.
Alright. Let's see. We have anything that helps hand-eye coordination? Well, nothing that we don't already have on. I mean, I guess we could do some drugs. Never too late to do some drugs.
On the table, you see a bowl of water. A rough like an artist
Fuck,
with a
I'm
brush
so
or a master
goddamn
swordsman.
good at
You
random
use the small
chance.
mirror and the straight razor
Fuck.
with some soap to remove all that unkempt hair from below the nose line. The sharp blade chafes against your skin, producing a scratching sound. The surface underneath the beard feels tender, the air brushing against it chilly.
Holy shit, look. I look
They feel
awful.
so smooth, surprisingly so. A feeling of freshness overcomes you, as
Jesus.
if you just came from a cold bath. The water reflects back a vague image of your clean-shaven face. Despite the bulbous nose, unkempt hair, and persistent swelling, you look a little younger, maybe. You almost look like a professional. The beardless nature of your cheeks makes the expression seem even more like a terrifying grimace.
Can I now, like, oh man, I look so
No
different.
mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it. The
Okay,
expression
we're at
fixed to your
8%. That's not so
clean-shaven
bad.
face. You're still
I
not.
think maybe we, okay, we put another point in encyclopedia here, right? Because we've got a billion fucking points. And now
No
we try
mirror
this shit
hangs on
again.
the wall.
I mean, it's a
You see
coin
the
flip.
reflection in it.
We did shave.
The
Is that
expression
not the right
fixed
call?
to your clean-shaven face. You're still not accustomed to it. It belongs in the new, the third decade of the current century. Enough time had passed from the failure of the revolution.
I don't know. I feel
that
like if
for
you're a
fleeting
drunk, right? You're trying to
free
recover
market
from
economy seemed
a
like the
bender.
ultimate,
Just
uncontested way of
shedding
life for
the
our
hair
species.
helps.
Things were good. It was
Smooth sailing.
People made gold and champagne-tinted interiors and facades to suit the times, calling this the new style. But more importantly, disco happened. For Revachol, your city, that meant only one thing. Guillaume le Million. If it doesn't rhyme, you're not pronouncing it right.
Guillaume le Million.
Out of the dazzling swirl of disco music, in an open air, Boîte de Nuit, somewhere in Revachol West, Guillaume's blonde mane appeared on the screen. He sang some bullshit. Then he made the expression.
Ugh. Okay, so I adopted it.
Everyone loved it. Maybe you thought some of the stardust would rub off on you. Maybe it did. Either way, it's all gone now. Only the grimace remains.
Oh shit. Wild Goldine. Feel the need to add a clicking sound when I make it.
The click is used to spur on a horse. It also features heavily in Guillaume Le Million's regional mega hit, Don't Worry, Your Pretty Little Head. Sometimes you like to add finger pistols to the mix, because unlike Guillaume Le Million, you are a police officer.
I'm the law.
It's your nifty little way to
Goddamn
say,
right.
I'm armed and dangerous.
How long was the new?
There is a vast
Long
ocean
ago.
of time between right now and the expression, looking good on you, or anyone. 2 decades, if the calendar is to be trusted.
This is very
Humanity
much a thing
has
of the
run
past.
around in that time. It's a different world now. The expression is a relic. You have some understanding of the near history of disco, plus the trivia you've picked up along the way. Episodic memory, however,
All right.
remains in the
I guess
past.
that's it.
It may never return. You should. It doesn't have to be.
Uh-oh.
You can swoon over Guillaume and his champagne-corked smile whenever you want to. Maybe some of the stardust will return.
All right. So unlock this. Then... Oh, we had 2 things open. Fuck. The law jaw. I didn't know I had the law jaw open. Alright, so we could probably do... One of these is surely bad, right? So this is okay. Hobo Cop, I think, is pretty shitty. This is pretty shitty. Which of these is... I mean, okay, so more money from selling tear is an outright lie. Reveals extra special collector's editions probably seems unlikely. And then Shiver's learning cap we're clearly not using here at all. So... But if we lose this, we no longer Hobocop. All right, this looks kind of shitty, right? Like I think logic's already way the fuck up. Oh well, I guess we could be like super logical, annoyingly logical. All right, this is the road to redemption. We are no longer going to be Hobocop. Yes. Right? Yes. Yes. Oh. Shit, and I like literally can never be Hobocop again. Good God. Well, goodbye, Hobocop.
On the table, you see a bowl of...
Oops.
The bed is comforting, if a bit run down.
Okay. So I think we need electrochemistry, right? Which is to change... Yeah.
You see...
Alright, what do we got here? Electrochemistry. Electrochemistry. Put these down, so wait. Fuck is my... Man, I chose half-light over electrochemistry? I think that's probably fine. On... Alright.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your
Fucking A.
reflection in it. It's like something snaps.
I didn't even have to fucking do
A
that.
nerve ending. A thought. A sadness. Your face in the mirror is suddenly clean of the layer that had distorted it for God knows how long.
Hooray.
Just like that.
Oh
it's
god, now
over.
we're
The
grimacing.
running gag that your life had become. A sad old man looks back at you.
Oh, this is even worse.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it, such as it is. A regular, clean-shaven police officer.
Oh boy. We've changed, and maybe not
On
for the
table
better.
is
Oh god. Okay. We'll match gloves to pants, I guess. Oh no. Kim is gonna be so disappointed that we're no longer grimacing and beardly. Hey.
Yes?
So, I shaved.
Yes. I don't know what to say. Perhaps,
Fuck. Knew I shouldn't shave, I knew it.
No, it's okay, I guess. I may have preferred the mutton chops. They sort of seem to cover the... Either way, good on you.
Fuck.
You were saying?
Alright, what about this? Wait. We have Inland Empire things. Yes. Come on. What about this? Yes. Alright, here we go.
Yes?
what if you did it? Yes, you killed him. And then, as part of the plan, you drowned out the memory.
It's very unlikely.
Maybe this is why your chest feels so hollow. You did an awful thing. And you can't even...
Like, we
bring
weren't
yourself to
here
acknowledge it.
before the guy died.
Are you sure you would have the strength to take down a hardened mercenary? You're not in the best shape.
We'll see what Kim thinks.
And what has led you to this conclusion?
I'm a bad person. I believe I could have done anything.
Well, we've yet to find any real evidence pointing to you in this case, or even a possible motive. So let's not add you to the list of suspects just yet.
Man, it's pretty crazy that we can get this, like, this option has been available for a long time. So the fact that we can reference something that we just now saw is really cool.
The victim wasn't run over by a drunk driver. So while I can't condone your driving habits, the cases remain unrelated. Look, it's not unusual for detectives to feel complicit in a crime until the perpetrator is identified and apprehended.
Okay. All right. You're right, Kim. You're a goddamn genius, Kim. Put that bow tie back on. We're looking so fucking dapper. Holy shit. All right. So we can talk to this lady again. It is getting...
Our tenant, the
Late-ish.
policeman. Damn that girl.
But you didn't put it there, did you? She did.
Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant, and not a stupid one either.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I let my room to that Ruby girl.
He speaks slowly, wringing out a rag after a hands move water bucket. Water
As I've
sloshes
done
the edge.
before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude. I've made it clear. We welcome all kinds of people here.
Who knows
She
this?
came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry. What has she gotten herself into? That girl.
She seems genuinely worried about her previous tenant. She's seen her hiding out from trouble before. But this seems...
This washerwoman is so nice.
That's for the police to find out. Right then, please answer each question to the best of your ability. I'm sure we have a few.
You said she left on
Yes,
Monday.
early with the dogs, around 8 o'clock, I think.
Is the room exactly
I
as she left
cleaned
it?
it, like I always do.
Was there anything else in
No.
there?
The truth, sire.
What is she
She's
like?
good company. Knows how to talk to an old woman. At my age, you don't get a lot of quality conversation. So I really appreciate that about her.
Oh shit. I totally fucking forgot about this. We gotta do the smoker on the balcony.
Did she talk to you much during her last stay?
No, she was mostly silent this time. Kept to herself. She tried not to let it show. But I could tell she hadn't come to fish. Usually she likes to cast a few lines. But this time she mostly stayed in her room.
Why do you think she left the
How
bullet
would
there?
I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent. She doesn't go around toting a gun.
You could ask her about your hunch, that it was a desperate measure. See
Okay,
if she
well,
thinks Ruby fits the bill.
we don't have any choice but to ask her.
Aye. Do tell.
Seagull flies overhead. Obviously a bad omen. Exit
Exit
plan.
from what?
This.
The lieutenant stops writing for a moment. He looks at you, then at the old woman.
No, she's a fighter.
She really believes that.
Did she have any technical equipment with her, like
Not
radio
that
stuff?
I know of, though she was into nice music. She once showed me a few mixtape music.
Speaking of nice music. She brushes her forehead back. You know what? I kind of like Cliff Fable. I'm just going to catch these all by myself. Brushes her forehead with the back of her hand. Water drips to the
Although
ground.
I guess she was pretty handy with the mechanical and technical stuff. Even fixed the heater in the shop. You should be thankful for that.
Fuck. Let me turn down that volume. Not much, but enough. There we go. All right. Heard she was a heavy drinker with anger
Nothing
issues. You
of
ever
the
witnessed any of
sort.
that?
Sure, she was no stranger to the bottle. She fit in that way. But I only knew her to have a beer on the beach while watching the sunset. She isn't what you'd call a drunk. Even offered me some from time to time. Said it was part of the communal life. But I never saw her lose control of herself the way some people do.
All right, where'd she go?
I don't know. Further up the coast. She tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screech like a cat in heat.
It's a peninsula. She might be trapped.
You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You only just arrived.
That's what you think, lady. I've been drunk
I
here for a
wouldn't worry
week.
about that, man. We are persistent.
Further up the coast we
Are
go
you
then.
sure you would rather stay here? Get a nice cozy fire going in the heater? Seems like a better idea to me.
No, you can do it. You still have plenty of juice in you before you drop. Behind the cinder block houses, old pre-war ruins rise to the sky like dark palaces. The wind
All right,
calls.
we're off.
One thing, officer. If you do find her,
She really means it.
she's a good girl. What?
All these people are so kind once they're not being racist shitlords. We got tear. So I guess we will talk to Lillian for a few minutes before we go to the smoker.
Hi, officer.
Woman in a raincoat stands in the quay, considering an overturned boat, sword in a scabbard.
Anything I can help you with?
Where are we
Fishing
exactly?
village on the seashore. This place doesn't really have a name. It's sometimes called Elysium. The sign on the street leading here is illegible. Has been since they built this place. The name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker. I think I have time for questions, and that was actually the second one.
Indeed, you're always confused as to your whereabouts. Ask her about the cool sword. Helps to break the ice.
Yeah, I really like the sword. I'm going to ask her about it.
Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's to intimidate folks mostly.
I really like her. It is imposing.
It's a regular mass-produced sword, like a shovel or an axe. Nothing fancy, just for intimidation.
Why do you need
From
intimidation
time to
tactics?
time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men. And believe me, men need a lesson in manners from time to time.
Why don't more women arm themselves
What
if it's
makes you
effective?
think we haven't? The truth is that almost everyone in this life is scared and tired and stupid and too dull for that. That goes for men too. But they put on an act for us. Pretend like everything's good and living in shit doesn't bother
Man, this
them.
lady
Like
seems
anyone
like
falls for that.
hopeful in her pessimism.
That does not go for real men. It does not go for you. Show her. Show her the wonder.
What does that even mean?
Coach means the expression.
But I don't have the expression anymore. But let's try it.
Not bad.
Sure. It looks as if you could face down any horror in the world with that same unchanging grin. It's like a shield.
The traces of her laughter are still there. In her eyes. fading
Borrow that
fast.
sword.
No, I'm afraid not. Tempting to confiscate the blade I used to keep these animals in check. It would put me in an early grave.
She refuses, but your word is the law. You are law.
So where are all the men now?
Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. And one of them, I ended up marrying.
Where's your husband now?
Come.
This is just setting myself up for the alley-oop. Sounds like a missing
It
person cases.
absolutely does not. We are not going to look for him.
Well, Kim,
No. There's nothing to find. He's dead. Lost to the waves.
I'm
Who
sorry.
knows? Maybe he fell over. He didn't respect the sea. Went out there, drunk like a skunk, and sure enough, one day the boat was found floating empty.
Goddamn,
Floated corpse turned up 2 weeks later.
that is rough.
Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for a drunk with sinewy muscles.
Death is nothing. I shit on death. You should have thrown yourself in the waves after him. Yep, she will really like that. Time really is the best cure
Us
for
working
sorrows.
folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick with melancholy. I buried him, mourned for an appropriate amount of time, and went on. Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
She glances at the village where two little kids are playing what look.
This is neither a touchy nor a very interesting topic for her. She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another, better, drunk.
Oh my
Ask her.
god.
Both of you could need some action.
Oh boy. Yes, let's hit on the widow.
Let's see. Who are you looking for?
I'm looking for a lot of people. Suspect who may stay in this
Okay.
neighborhood.
When did this person stay here? Oh. I've been out on the sea for most of the past week. The weather's been good for fishing, so I usually start at 4 in the morning.
Damn.
Yes, that's the optimal time. Got to make the most of the calm. I've been sleeping like a corpse after. The sea really takes its toll. Now I'm just waiting for the wind to settle to get out there again. Sorry I couldn't help you out. Maybe I can help you find someone else.
Yeah, cryptozoologist?
I don't think I know what these are. Care to elaborate?
People who look for animal mainstream scientists
Aha!
now
Like
exist.
snowmen. Two odd
yeah.
guys have been wandering around here, nose in sand, talking nonsense about snowmen and the like.
The like?
Right. Not only snowmen,
Green
also
men,
green men,
monkey men.
burning rhinos.
Yeah, the classics.
Oh, you're getting it, and it is gorgeous.
Oh, hell yeah, we just leveled up. Where'd they
Don't
go?
really know. Further
Fuck.
down the peninsula, I guess. I mean, that's where they were heading. Who else are you looking for besides snowmen?
Alright, what about a working class
yeah,
guy?
I'm not really looking for that anymore. Not much into the middle class ones either. Could do with some landed gentry.
Husband isn't for me.
Apparently
I'm
they
looking
don't
for
make
a
those
first
anymore.
wife.
I wish I could help you with that, but I haven't seen your working class husband.
She seems genuinely sorry for not being able to help you.
God, we're looking for a lot of people.
Really? Are you sure you're not also looking for Nadia Harnancourt? Or Ignis Nielsen? Or the great lost city of Ace under the waves? A lot of stuff.
Guess so. It doesn't feel like a lot to me. I could be doing more. Maybe there's someone missing from your life?
Oh. There's
My
plenty
God.
missing, but that's too much for even an eager terrier like you to handle. Although you seem very thorough. Tell me, instead, is there something else I can help you with?
Well, do we internalize these thoughts while we're sleeping? Okay, this is we're dropping this one. Fuck this one. Picking up this one. We're just going through thoughts. We're changing our minds about shit. Oh man. Okay, is that your boat?
Sure is. The sun, I call her, coated with a fresh layer of tar just yesterday. It'll take some time for it to dry, assuming the sunny days continue.
Sunny days?
Aye. Sunny days. You got a problem with that?
No, no. We have no quarrel with sunny days.
Good. It would have been bad news had it turned out it wasn't a sunny day. Bad news for the skiff, bad news for the nets, bad news for the kids.
There's a moment's silence. She looks at the slushy snow melt on the yellow belly of the boat.
Fuck yeah, Carmelian. When do you think it'll be ready? There's something we might have to check out. Island. Origin of a shot.
Shot, huh? The boat will be ready when the sea turns and the winds settle. You can't command the weather, officer.
My
Like hell I
prediction,
can't.
It will be at least 2 days.
God damn. Alright, what are you doing
Like
around
I
here?
said, fish mostly. Sail the waves, take care of the kids, pick nets. Right now I'm tarring a little skiff.
What else?
I sell the fish to people in the Delta to serve at their fancy restaurants. Authentic insular Indian cuisine.
That enough to make a living?
Sometimes I also walk to the beach to see what the sea has given up. The sea is full of surprises.
This is what is called a conversation. You don't have to be guarded, right?
Alright. We need to skedaddle from this. What have you found?
Pieces of glass. Every once in a while we see dead bodies. Human, animal, fish, other odd sea creatures. A mine washed ashore once. Bottles, drugs also. Lost cargo in general. Most of the time it's just wood and glass.
All right. Major choice moment. You only get to ask one
Okay,
thing.
alright.
It would be weird
Bottles,
to say
drugs,
all.
lost cargo,
Choose
wood,
what?
glass. Need to know about those human bodies. Mine. The RCM could use a mine. Or is it drugs? I need more info. Major narc. Need to know about those human bodies?
Well, you're barking under the wrong tree then, officer. I have no interest in floaters. Seen enough of them in my life already.
Yeah. Maybe stay clear of the things reminded her of the floater she used to be
good
married to.
call.
Just saying.
Alright, so that's that. Let us Okay. We are down to 6 level ups. Let us return the other side. There's some way to fast travel, but I don't fucking know how to do it. We're just gonna hoof it. Hoofer. God damn. Well, we made enough so that we technically could stay again. In the whirling and rags. Oh. Musty smell of a potato cellar. There are more things that I can see now that I have a high perception, maybe? That's what I'm choosing to believe. Oh, fuck yeah. So much money. Can we paint this yet?
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Look at this. We're doing alright here. Oh, that was conceptualization, right? Really, I got something here that'll help me out. Conceptualization. Okay. I'll do it.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. Yeah.
Fuck.
Why?
Why must we stop to look at this wall?
Shut up, Kim. What is the thought that makes it? It is, yeah, conceptualization passes heal. So maybe we should put another point in conceptualization. Like every time we get one of these, we get experience. All we need is 10 to pay it off, right?
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see because you see it. Finally. This wall is sublime.
God, we barely
Look
made
at
that.
it. The shadows, the colors.
Let the conceptual joy flow into your pupils and blossom into thoughts in
All
your
the
brain.
other walls on all the other houses must make a pilgrimage in adoration of this, the uncontested pinnacle of wallcraft.
Hell
Color
yeah.
peeled from the very face of God. O Wall Father.
Kim, I must paint this wall. Add even more beauty to it.
He sounds tired of it all. You already have the heavy fuel oil to use as paint. It's red. And Cindy the Skull has a paintbrush. This is on.
First, I know you're tired, Kim, but take another look at this wall. Draw nourishment from its beauty.
Sure.
Kim looks up at the wall reluctantly, then back at you. I already have the paint, just need to get the paintbrush from Cindy the Skull. Yes! Okay. So we come up here. Do we go talk to the smoker first? Cindy's probably not gonna, like, go anywhere. And that conversation may take more than 10 minutes. But it does say specifically, like, go after 9. Maybe we'll talk to Cindy for a little bit. Get her fucking point blush. Then go. Cindy!
Hello again, officers.
I'm gonna
Have
need
you
your
come to admire my mural?
I need your paintbrush. Shit. Wait, hold on. Let me put... What is it? This.
Hello again, officers.
I need your
What
paintbrush.
for?
Doing renovation, it's boring but necessary for my motor carriage. We're going undercover. The apocalypse is coming. I need to warn people. For art. It's for art.
Well, if it's for art, but what kind of art are we talking about?
Grand art. Art deluxe. The artsiest art. The most groundbreaking. No. Everything is sad and shit. This is what's gonna make her give it to me. But you know what? Let's be honest.
Then you have time to find your own fucking brush.
Brush a man's dream like that. I hope you're happy.
There, Piggy. I guess art just isn't really you.
Ugh.
You suck in life and in everything.
Holy shit. Okay. So, put this conceptualization jacket back on.
Hello again, officers.
Jesus
Have you
fucking
come
Christ.
to
And we
admire
can't
my
do this
mural?
again. I mean... Alright, we're gonna roll the dice and then we're gonna fucking redo
They
it.
do say
Fuck! Save's coming. Don't judge me. Only God can judge. And Cindy. Okay, so we can't
just an ordinary wall.
be honest with Cindy. She's not ready for the truth.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Goddamn. We're so
Yeah.
late.
Why must we
Shut up, Kim. First conceptual.
Just an ordinary wall. Because you all the other wall. Oh, Wall Father.
Alright.
Huh?
He sounds tired. You already
We're
have
just going
the
through
heavy
this
fuel loyalty.
again.
Mm-hmm. If you must.
Alright, here we go. God damn. Oh, look, Brandoid! There you go, Brandoid. It's time. Catch that cadabra. Is Abra the best of the magician trio? I think so. Like, I wish... What? Ooh, Dr. Walt's too slow. The fucking program for this is not super good at explaining exactly what it is. Like how long you have to join. So I've been tinkering with settings, but like I don't fucking know. It's impossible. Impossible. So which of those three is the best? If it's not Abra.
Hello again.
Cindy, I need your
What
brush.
for?
For art.
Well, if it's for art.
Alakazam?
But what kind
You
of art are we
fool.
talking about?
Everything is sad and shit, and we need art to make it okay. Just give me the brush.
Sounds like you're just about to live out your self-pity, not make a statement.
God damn it.
I can't have shit art on my conscience.
Cool.
You're about to cry internally, aren't you, Piggy? Oh, pathetic. Just give up. Art
Alright.
isn't for you.
We're gonna roll this once more. Just because I feel like reloading. Fuck. I hate this. Ah. Alright, no more saves coming. We're gonna paint the wall and then we're gonna go and talk to the smoker. God, we really gotta put some fucking points in conceptualization,
Just
I guess.
an ordinary wall. Nothing, yeah.
Why must we...
Just an ordinary wall. Because all the other wall... Oh, wall fuck.
Huh?
He said you
Yep.
already have.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
If
Yep.
you must.
Yep. Alright, cool. Doing it. Kuno?
Trying to sneak up on...
What is down here? A locked something. Kuno doesn't fucking care. All right, we gotta go and wait. Am I able to do anything with these? No, I guess not.
This door is made of no one.
We should return in the evening.
Alright, so we gotta wait 10 minutes. How do we make 10 minutes pass? I guess we go talk to the skull. I guess there's not any way.
Master
Oh.
Investigator, you just can't keep yourself away from locked and hidden places.
It is my duty as a cop to investigate every square inch of this world.
Attaboy, the world's secrets were made for you. They wait patiently for you to uncover them.
Oh my god. So many thoughts. Okay, so what do we get rid of now? Actual art degree is fucking great. This is really good. This is okay. This is pretty good. I like Superstar Cop. Maybe this is it. Like, we haven't put points in pain threshold, right? It doesn't seem like something we're gonna do. And I mean, I guess it's helpful to have... I mean, we have so much fucking health and whatever that... We have so many things we can spend, like, to heal. I don't think we actually need the other bit here. So maybe this is it. We've done here. This is how we're role playing this. We've done the rigorous self-critiquing, and now, as it says, we are overcoming it. And now we're gonna do the Jamrock Shuffle. All right. Oh my god, there's so much money. Holy shit, is this what being perceptive's like? You can just see fucking everything? Is Kuno's dad still here? Yes. Kuno de Rooter. Oh, fuck yeah, we got Commodore Red. Yeah, we have so many healing items, but I don't think it really matters if we don't heal on red checks. 16 days of coldest April. Alright, so what's all this then?
In your hands, you hold 16 Days of Coldest April by Yekatina Dahl. The cover image shows a row of concrete apartments above which span a black and white rainbow. Indeed, the book is unusually heavy in your hands, as though the cover were lined with lead. It would do
Lead cover book. How long is this
You
book?
flip through the book. The pages are thinner than you realized, and the type quite small.
600 pages.
Set.
That's
It's
a
nearly
healthy book.
Real art is dense and difficult. If it didn't feel like you had to wrestle a suicidal bear to get through it, you weren't really reading.
Look at the back
The
cover.
back cover is dominated by a black and white photograph.
What's she look like?
She can't be much older than her mid-30s in this photograph. And yet, from this cover, the eyes of a sad old woman stare back at you.
Alright, I'm gonna quick save real quick, because I know that there is a way to pass time by reading books, and I'm not interested in passing
An
time.
intricate work.
This
It
is not
still
what I
kind
wanted.
of looks like a map of the stars in the night sky. But you stare at them in cold, detached prose. The author describes a scene from one of the Yugograd riots in the 20s. Youths overturned motor carriages and set trash cans ablaze, while heavily armored guardsmen dash in and disperse them in a flurry of baton blows. The Yugograd riots took place from 27 to 29. Fueled by ethnic unrest and the state's repressive tactics, these events are often seen as marking the end of a brief period of liberalization known as the Yugograd Spring. Like all such periods, it is as ethnic tensions run wild. A pair of young lovers meet each other on the
time away.
street. Somehow, in the middle of it would physically hurt you to keep reading. Are you sure? You've
No,
made
we're
the
done.
right life choices today, sir.
Alright, good. What else do we have? I feel like...
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read? But it will not happen.
Apple Martinet, handwritten note from the
The
fridge. Have we
note
done
is
this?
written with a blue pen.
Oh, fuck yeah, Raichu. What else do we have? This is the... There you go, Doc.
The bullet is still safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp.
So we got... This would be helpful. Look at you, Doc. There you go. There you go, my boy.
There it is again.
Okay, so...
The bullet
Yes.
hissed.
You're a real Pokemon trainer. You should be very proud. You only have the one Pokemon, but, I mean, you know, give yourself time. Don't beat yourself up too much. What time does Kim go to bed in this game? Because I got some things to do.
Hello again, officer.
Cindy,
What
need your
for?
paintbrush for art.
Well, if it's for
It's for grand art.
let me stop you right there, Piggy. You have no idea, do you? No idea.
You will all
no
see.
Brush?
We'll all
Fuck off.
tremble.
Yeah. Not gonna hold my breath, Piggy. You look like you'd suck.
Man, that's a tough check. That's a real goddamn tough check. %, and we put on the clothes, we get 8%. So we'd have to dump some more points into it, I think. Ooh. Go up here. There's nothing up here. Excellent. I don't know how we can convince Cindy the Skull that we're not one of those lame cops. We're art cop. We could just dump a shit ton of points into conceptualization, I guess. All right. Boom, boom, bottom. Hell yeah. Here we go. What up, my man?
Gendarmerie, you found me.
The man on the balcony gives you a bright smile before taking another drag from the
His slender
cigarette.
figure is backlit by city lights, its distant streets and motorways flashing like diamonds. It feels like a Friday. He seems to be in a good mood tonight.
Got your hint. Found the key right under that stone.
So tell me, are you here to make things right again?
I'm not gonna make things just right. I'm gonna make things spectacular.
Beautiful.
Nearby street lamp casts shadows on his chin, drawing out the slender.
I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting.
Okay. Really digging the view.
That's why I chose this place. Martinez is special, isn't it?
Wait. Suddenly you are digging things?
Is it Friday tonight?
Yeah.
Feels like Friday.
It does feel like the end of the week. Such gentle weather.
Why would I want to meet
Trust
your
me.
friend?
You do.
Very well, I'll talk to him, but first I want to talk to you. I have so many questions.
That's nice, but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me.
He takes another drag of his unfiltered cigarette and looks around. Downstairs, a cat crosses the yard, disappearing into the bush.
Besides, I've got to run.
He's going to leave you alone again. That's sad.
Run
To the
where?
city. It's a beautiful night.
Only if you promise
Something
we'll talk
flutters in
again?
the corner of the lieutenant's mouth as
We'll talk. Just not tonight.
Oh.
Take care, all right?
Alright. Well. Great.
and he's gone again. Looks like it's becoming a theme for him.
I think we got 100 experience from that one conversation. Jesus. What is it that's different about him?
Of course.
Jesus Christ. His shirt. Why is his shirt always unbuttoned?
His
Shirt.
shirt.
He's trying to dive deep into the mysteries of his shirt.
His shirt. No, I don't know why his shirt is always unbuttoned. Come on, detective, let's go. We've got a potential witness.
Kim does not like the gays. That's what I'm learning here. Holy shit. I think each one of these gives me experience or money. Maybe both. Where the fuck is my experience? 22. Yeah, I got my end of the deal. You get your end of the deal? We're loaded. Cops will never take us alive. Yeah, we're getting experience for each of these fucking orbs. Fucking baller! Samaran conical hat. +1 to logic. -1 to suggestion. I mean, that's pretty cool. Oh, hell yeah! Look at this cool thing. Empathy, hand-eye coordination, or drama and electrochemistry. Can you imagine being questioned by this man? Alright, I think we probably want empathy and hand-eye coordination over. I'd rather us bolster our weaknesses than strengthen our strengths. Old photo of the same apartment. Okay.
Officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
Man in business casual removes his cufflink.
You shouldn't be seeing him in an intimate setting. For some reason, you feel this man is your superior.
Oh.
Superior, but he's not in the command chain.
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government.
Oh.
I work for the Institute of Price Stabilité on assignment from Sur-la-Clé. I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible.
Huh.
Ask me about the hanging.
Yeah, how's the colony going, Firefruit?
No, first ask an innocuous personal question to get the interview off on the right foot. Yes, make it clear you're the one setting the terms.
Of course.
Yeah, let's fuck with him. Who does he think he is? Assisting you?
Before we get to that, tell me where you got this beautiful silk robe. Right after you tell me the story behind the black Samar hat. I mean, all of these things are telling me that I should be... Alright. We'll get to that right after... I mean, it's not his apartment, right? So... God, I was about to say, like, being blind seems like it would really suck in RimWorld. Alright. Where'd you get this hat?
I got it from the head of the Samaran delegation on my trip to Lomantang. It's made from a special charcoal-colored bamboo. It's an emblem of the formal normalization of our diplomatic relations. That's really all I can tell you
Cool.
about it.
That didn't work at all. What was that? You were supposed to fuck with him, not compliment the decor.
Hey, I'm going for either
The
one.
lieutenant takes out his notebook and nods to you to proceed.
I mean, siling powers for free is nice, but ugh. I don't know. The downside is so huge. Can you tell me about your friend?
My friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters.
You still haven't told me
Sorry.
who he is.
Who?
Your friend, the smoker on the balcony. We
But
were
I
just
told
talking
you,
about him.
officer. He's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts.
So all you can tell me about him is that
It
he's
is a
here to study
cornerstone
the
of our
arts.
He's deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes.
Which
He's
arts?
a truly free spirit. He likes all the arts. Perhaps graphic design, printmaking, who knows? The
Alright,
world is
this
open
guy's
wide
fucking
for a
worthless. Venusaur! Holy shit. How did you
How
two
did
become
any of us
friends?
become friends? Bad things happening on the Insulindian Peninsula. Oil platforms ablaze in the night. civil wars lasting for years. Finally, the international community is forced to step in.
What are you talking about? No one becomes friends that way.
It's how millions of people
Holy
end up
shit.
where they are. Meeting the people.
Fire
they
fruit,
love.
you're on fire.
It's how I came
Fruit.
here, and my friend too.
Jesus. Well done. This game is rigged. What are you doing in this apartment
I'm
by
just
yourself?
enjoying the view.
What view?
Listen,
The baby is crying in the neighboring apartment.
Someone's baby is...
no, listen. The Insulindian Bay.
What about
This
it?
place used to be a luxury accommodation before the revolution. Apartments, of course, were much bigger then.
Clearly.
A few walls
You're
have
on
been
fire.
added here and there, leaving some of the tenants without a private bathroom or a kitchen. But the million real view stays. You can't take that away. My friend comes and goes.
Alright.
I'm sure you'll see him around.
I don't care about
He's a busy
Kedra.
bee. I'm all ears, officer.
You actually witnessed the
I'm
lynching?
sorry to say I did, officer.
He didn't see the hanging. He saw the little show
Right.
staged by the Hardys. Let him talk. He may
Start
know
from the
more
beginning,
than even
if you
he
don't
knows.
mind.
Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like in a play.
He holds out his hands and blossoms his fingers, like a drama teacher setting the scene.
What do you mean, like in a play?
It was just so strange. I could barely comprehend what was happening. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one. That's when I understood. I should not be seeing this.
That lines up with previous testimony, doesn't it? Well done, detective.
Thank you, sir. I think we've got the picture.
Only
Anything
that
else
there
stand out?
were about 8 or 10. I couldn't make out anything. It was so dark. And it was quiet. Quietest lynching I've ever heard of, let alone heard. But I suspect you knew that already. I can't say I'm surprised. The fine reputation of the men and women serving in the RCM is well deserved.
Well, we've done it. What's an official like you doing in
The
Martinique?
coalition is only looking out for the price stability. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled. The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight.
Okay, so what are you doing here in this
well,
apartment?
I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here. You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here.
All right, so you're a bureaucrat.
As I said before, I am a commissioner from Sur-la-Clé working for the Institute of Price Stability. This is one of the main projects of the Moral Inter.
Wait, there isn't actually an Institute of Price Stability, is there? Or maybe there is. God, it's impossible to understand whether someone from the moral intern is joking or not.
Okay. What is this international
La
community?
Communauté Internationale is what Revacholians colloquially call the coalition. In other words, the nations that stopped the disaster of the revolution.
What do I call
Your
the
employer,
coalition?
technically speaking. The governing authority of Revachol.
Oh, that's fair.
The RCM is
What do I call
one
him?
part of
Boss.
this provisional administration.
All right, what is the price stability?
It is the most important thing.
Ah, that clears
It's the
everything up.
central goal of any sound monetary policy. Maintaining the price stability is essential to maintaining high levels of economic activity, which is essential for maintaining high levels of employment, which is essential for maintaining the social stability.
Basically, it makes sure the price of bread doesn't change.
Précisément. Too much
Précisément.
inflation, bread becomes too expensive. Too much deflation, it becomes too cheap for bakers to produce. That's why the Institute of Price Stability works to keep inflation just below 2%.
Well,
Not
2% of
too
what?
far below. No. 2 below is also bad. Below, but close to 2%.
You're not answering my
The
questions at all.
Coalition believes in the importance of informing the public about the benefits of the price stability. Transparency is one of our principles.
Yeah, give me a
A
give me a
sound
leaflet.
monetary policy is essential for addressing uncertainty. Stability is the raison d'être of the moral intern. It's the reason why I identify as a moralist. But oh, I don't have my leaflets on me today.
You
Just to
motherfucker! I
You
wanted
can
to throw
always
that
call
thing
our
away.
Information line.
Oh my
Making
god!
information available is part of the moral intern's commitment to transparency.
All right, let's.
Whatever you wish, officer.
I think. Oh, is that why he's here?
A moment, officer. Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave.
Hold on, why can't
It's
we talk
against
later?
diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen. And I'm pressed for time. After you leave, I should be... Sure, go
Okay.
ahead. It's a beautiful space.
Okay, so we
Was
have to
there anything else?
exhaust every option we've got here.
A fugitive?
Hypothetically speaking, you might add.
Well, I would say that...
I didn't actually mean to fucking click that.
Not super. What sort of a fugitive are we talking about here?
Pretty sure I saw him littering.
Oh, a good joke. Very funny. Littering is of course a local offense that need not concern the moral intern.
Jeez, all right.
Very good. Now, was there anything else you'd like to discuss?
I really did not
I'm
mean
sorry
to
to
click
He
that.
didn't see the hanging.
Officer, it's very...
He holds out.
What do you mean?
It was just... I was on the balcony when... That's when I...
That lines up with...
Only
Alright,
that there were...
which
but
of
I
these
suspect you knew
things-
that already. The coalition... The economy impacts the
Here we go.
entire international community.
Alright,
which is
heard about
why
this
it's
moral
the
intern
International
before.
Organization for Moralists. Hence, Moralist International. The Institute of Price Stability is just one of its many mind babies, as is the coalition.
So we're actually working for the moral intern? That doesn't
There are
seem
more
so bad.
nefarious powers to work for than the moral intern.
Are you a moralist?
But of course.
Am I a moralist?
Do you value freedom? Do you believe in a normal, stable world governed by democratic values?
Lieutenant, are you a moralist?
Me? I'm a lieutenant of the RCM, dedicated to maintaining law and order in Ravachol.
That's a good
A
answer.
very moralist answer.
The lieutenant is practiced in the art of putting on a show for one's superiors.
Martinet doesn't seem very normal or
Martinez?
stable to me.
No. Martinez is...
What about
something.
Revachol?
Revachol is generally difficult. It's led by an interim
Okay,
government,
so
which
fucking
means
nowhere
it hasn't
is
yet achieved full...
Moralist.
But they are working towards it. You're all doing very well here, relatively speaking.
Moralism is the ideology of foreign occupiers. Revachol must be governed by Revacholians. Like every time I'm talking to people, I'm choosing option D, none of the above. Is that moralism?
Is this option D usually the most reasonable answer?
It's usually the most boring
Not
one.
boring, my friend. Responsible. Moralism is all about compromise and achieving the achievable. It's pragmatic, realistic, and level-headed. An ideology for doers. Are you a doer? Now, enough of this delightful political interlude.
Alright, tell me
What's
about
there to
Sir
say?
Leclerc.
Sur-la-Clé is a modern, urbanized country that measures very high on the Human Development and Freedom Index. Mostly, though, it's known as the executive heart of EPS.
EPS.
Moreover, it is a great sponsor of less emerged countries.
This is the gamer
Russia
girl.
is only one of its many
urine
partners
that they
whose
sell.
progress it supports and cherishes.
Learn that to count as a viewer on the stream, you have to mute the tab and not stream. Oh. Yeah, I think someone told me that if you mute a stream, it doesn't count as a viewer. I don't know. I don't actually watch through Twitch. Like, I never go on the website and watch. I always watch through a VLC. It just seems so much nicer. The Twitch website leaves a lot to be desired. What makes Revachol Sur-le-Clé
Because
darling.
a great percentage of Rivachol's culture hails from sur la
Just
Three.
because
Its
it's
language,
nice.
its people,
It's easier
its
to
cuisine,
have open than the Twitch
or at least
website, which
in
has
the
a lot of
downtown
other shit I don't
Labyrinth
care about on it.
Jamrock and other parts of the international zone.
The
have
exception
been
is when I
mercifully
actually want to
spared of
chat,
Sir
which
Leclerc's
isn't
love
often.
for meatballs and mashed potatoes.
No, I usually don't use chat. The exception is when it's like, if a stream has more than like 15 people, I don't have any interest in chatting at all.
Whatever you wish.
All right,
officer.
that's it.
Of course. I'm glad I could.
The Jamrock Shuffle. In a way, yes, you are treasure hunting. Most officers from Precinct 41 do what is called the Jamrock Shuffle, cracking open containers. Most of them are from Jamrock
Holy
or
shit.
Coal City, the
Chancy.
poorest parts of Revachol, that also overlap with the network of royal catacombs called Le Royaume, just beneath the streets. As children, you would all go underground, hoping to find treasure. and
This
come
is
back with a rat's tail
okay.
or a used.
I guess. Like, find better loot and lock containers. I guess that's alright. We got about 2 hours on everything else. Wow. Get wrecked. Alright, goodbye. So I can equip a pry bar to open things. Why doesn't it work? Is this... Yeah, let's try this out. This is a pry bar. If we unhold this, does that work? No. Can't open it. Can't be done. That guy didn't really tell us anything we didn't already know. We got some cool swag, I guess. Some more... like clothing. That's about it. Insensitive bachelor party vibes. Yeah, I guess we got some more clothing, but and some experience. Maybe we got some experience. Talking to the guy definitely gave us like 80 experience or so, and it's not like we were doing anything else with our time. Alright, I suppose... What is this? This is blue. Neat. Do we think we can talk to her about...
Hello again, officers.
No.
Have you come?
Sorry. Holy shit, that looks cool as fuck. Well, I don't know. Do we go sing karaoke? That's what we do. And we click on this because I don't think we've clicked on this before.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
What kind of vehicle drove through here?
Hard to say.
Great. Why am I looking
Cop
at this?
it. You look at everything. This isn't case related, you think.
Alright, surely we got something that'll up our visual calculus. There's one. Is that all? That's all she wrote, huh? Alright.
You see a set of tire tracks.
92%.
Slush. The tire tracks were left here by an unknown event that took place some days ago. It's a message written in the language of burnt rubber. Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling in rags. This is point A. The driver started there and then accelerated straight into the fence, left a hole big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry, according to the cafeteria manager. Why that pang of
Oh
guilt
no,
came.
this was
The
us.
driver proceeded to
Fuck.
back out of the yard, barely stopping before hitting the adjacent building, before heading south. Must have been in a hurry.
This is where I started off with my motor carriage before sinking it in the sea.
No wonder the cafeteria manager seemed frustrated when he was giving us directions to the yard. Well, you did provide us with a very convenient access point to the crime scene.
Well, alright. Cool beans. Okay. Karaoke! Oh, actually, you know, I wanted to go sell this fucking tar first. Do that real quick. 'Cause we got time. We got fucking time. We got time. You got time. Oh, and I guess we should put this back here. Where'd the racist lorry driver go? He disappeared. Maybe he got in his car because it's snowing shitty out. Racists. Always getting in cars.
The tear machine stands in the court. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money up.
Alright.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays.
Jesus. You don't have anything else to say, right?
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
Can you tell me about this reality that we're in?
You mean, what reality? Economic reality, or?
She is like a student unexpectedly called upon by a teacher. Can she answer the classroom
You know
question?
what? Here, let me... Sending it to you now, Firefruit. There you go. It's pretty cool. It's nice for like when you're not as interested in watching what's going on, or you don't want to chit chat. Tell me about the economic reality.
I don't really know anything. I mean, I'm 15.
15 is an excellent time to learn about the
Yeah,
economic reality.
That's why I'm working my arse off in Frit. So I guess, like, that's economic.
All right, what about the
I
physical
don't
reality?
know. What about it?
What is pale?
I think science still doesn't know. There's only speculation. Though, some of my friends from school have actually travelled through the Pale on their trip to Windy. They
Yes.
said it was like being high.
This person is you, Firefruit.
Not that they would know anything about being high, it's just an expression. Reality.
She is like a student
I don't know.
Huh.
What about it?
Won't bother you
Well-
with this nonsense. Okay. Alright, she's done. She is most pleased that we're not gonna ask her any more dumb questions. So wait a second. Where the fuck is that? Where is that? Oh, okay. Karaoke time. Kim's gotta sing with me. That'll be fucking great. Let's go. Man, the original run of Pokemon were all so realistic and grounded. Oh, you missed. Oh, hey, our people left. Interesting.
Can I help you?
There you go. Gart, I need to sing karaoke
No,
now.
you don't. It's not happening.
What do you have in a PA system if no one's gonna use it? This is my way of apologizing for the trouble I've caused. Oh, Firefruit. Not good. You failed. You'll never be a Pokemon trainer. Why do you have a PA system if no one's going to use it?
It's for no one. It's a prop. I'm not letting anyone use it after the great karaoke catastrophe of 44.
What happened in
A
44?
lot of people got killed because some arsehole wanted to sing karaoke.
It's not a prop. I know it's
okay,
used.
yes, it's for some clients.
I'm a real client. I've paid my bills and I have the right to use a karaoke machine.
Ha! Well, we don't have any tapes. They all got stolen.
He's lying. But whatever, you don't really need his lame
That's right.
tracks.
It's all right. I have my own song with me.
The man in the vest and the violet shirt stares at the tape you've just given him. He begins to frown.
Oh boy.
Hard. This is the look of a man who's defeated.
Yes.
He knows he's out of excuses.
Karaoke.
Fine, fine. Climb on that stage and do your thing. Just get out of my hair. I'll plug it in for you. Damn this karaoke machine.
I'm having it uninstalled, he mumbles to himself. Oh yeah, time to do the damage.
All right, so surely, let's look here. Drama seems to be the thing that this would be tied to. Maybe like hand-eye coordination or savoir-faire as well. Maybe interfacing or composure. But either way, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put on all of our dramatic clothes. Holy shit, we have so much. Many clothes. We gotta put this bad Mother Hubbard on. Yep. I think we may... That may be it. We may already more or less have dramatic things all over our bodies. God, this man is about to really sing the shit out of some karaoke here. Fuck yes! Wait! This feels right.
The stage is all set up for your performance. Feels silent. You can hear the pellets creak under your feet. You feel a little dizzy.
Oh no.
A little unsteady suddenly.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
God, we're so fucking good. Look, Kim, I'm gonna sing karaoke.
I can see that.
Put your lips against the microphone. Test it.
A loud feedback noise startles the room.
All right.
You feel like an amateur. How are you supposed to hold the mic? Should you just sing into it?
We're fucking holding on to our bag that we carry around bottles in.
The bar is full and buzzing with chatter. No one is paying you any attention. But still you feel your knees turn to noodles. Okay, now a couple is looking at you. You're sweating. They are going to hate you.
No way.
The air is thick with anticipation.
Oh, we had that fucking easy. Easy. We had to roll a 5? Yeah, easy.
Someone dims the lights as the music starts. Okay, here we go.
Oh, shit. Oh, we put our bag up.
I would often go there, to the tiny church there, the smallest church in Sensai, though it once was larger.
Our voice is so gruff.
How the realm may rest there. Down through the mist there, toward the Seven Sisters, toward those pale cliffs there. I would often stay there.
Gart was worried I was gonna fuck this up.
In a tiny yard.
Have we talked to this guy? And good Kim.
I've been so glad here.
We look fucking ridiculous.
Looking forward to the past here. But now, you are all alone. None of this matters. No, none of this matters at all.
Wow, Art singing voices. Not very good. All right.
A lazy applause fills the room. You feel your hands shake as awareness of your body returns to you.
I'd like to dedicate this song to Gart for letting me sing it. It's all shit. Dedicate the song to the Elysium. Please don't fire me. Who do we dedicate the song to? I want to dedicate the song to whoever wrote me that fucking letter. Still love you very much. What letter are we talking? I don't remember.
The microphone amplifies your voice in an uncomfortable manner.
All right.
Someone coughs.
They've given up on me.
Good. Are we ready? I want to unplug the microphone.
Come
now.
on, man. Let me
Last
go
words.
again. Thank you, Martinet. All right, but what if we sung again? Huh?
Ah, smallest church in Saint-Saëns, right?
Church is actually my life. Church is actually my love. Fucking rock that shit. Told you I'd rock that shit.
It was all right. Subdued. I might start letting people up there again. Now, what can I do for you?
All right, how do I get Kim? Huh. Armored gloves, smokes, cryptozoology. Wait. Oh, we can't talk to that guy. What other tasks am I missing? What is anodic music? Working class husband working on that. Oh boy, we got a lot. Got a lot to do there. Kim, I need you to fall asleep, bud. Chop. Best Pokemon. They're also cute in Gen 1. They're just like little teeny tiny real fucking human things. Ooh. Alright, Garion. Went too quick. Oh, it's locked. I can't get back in there. Garion, I hope you're well. Oh. Womp womp. Yeah, I'm still tinkering with settings to figure out the exact length of time that is appropriate for the Pokemon to stay before it runs away. Glad you're good, man. You said that you had a real life thing happen recently. Things are okay? Things worked out, I guess?
Yes?
Or did not get worse, I guess. We're hanging out. All right. Hanging out, hanging on. Hanging by. Good. Good. It sounded like, I don't know, not a fun time.
Two neon-lit shapes. A man.
Need Kim to go to bed. I don't remember when Kim goes to sleep. Is it 11? Really, it's not 2. I know that 2 is like when everybody falls asleep.
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
How the fuck do I get Kim?
Yes?
Well, I guess I could read that book. that would pass a little bit of time. Now I'm starting to understand why I would pass time. Let's see, we got did we just glitch the game out? Nope. Yep, sort of. Okay. Got this
The
bullet
bullet
here.
is still safely sealed away in a plastic bag.
Maybe we
bearing
put
the
point hand-eye
RCM stamp.
coordination. Right? What?
The jacket, it's quite...
What can you say about the bullet so far?
Yes, it's as if you've seen
A jacketed bullet.
highly unusual.
Even the
Alright.
Something tells
I just
you
want to
that
get
won't
back to
be
this.
anytime
Alright,
soon.
here we go.
This'll have to be one of those epic tasks that's open for a while. You can't remember
What?
what happened last week. What makes you think you're going to
I'm
remember
so
arcane
mad.
firearm models?
So mad enough that I'm gonna reload. 72%. That's not fair. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have reloaded. We've run some good numbers today. It's only fair that it fucks up too.
The bullet is still safely sealed away. A rifle, revolutionary period. Your bullet looks to be an old
I'm a save scummer.
4.46 millimeter from the surplus
I hope Mom
left
isn't
over
watching.
from the turn of the century. Probably an antique or a retrofitted antique. The 4.46 caliber was widely used with the Belmargrave rifle, a Revacholian manufacturer. The
Alright.
BM dominated the battlefields of the Insulindian theater of the anti-centennial revolution 50 years ago. Incidentally, you have just such a rifle with you, the dusty old thing you found hidden in the basement below the commercial area. It's unusable, no, but Zeliger, a major firearm manufacturer, ended up with a surplus after the war. So there are still a lot of these old military rifles floating around, usually broken. The quality was
Who
appalling.
uses Belmagrave rifles?
Antiques enthusiasts, guerrilla fighters in distant countries, a few lucky jamrock bangers. You're looking for the same thing you found in that hidden weapons cache.
What are you thinking? Bullet?
I think I know where this came from.
Okay. And?
The shot probably came from a Belmagrave
An antique.
rifle.
That makes sense. There can't be many breech-loading rifles floating around in Martinez, or anywhere in Ravachol, really.
Why not?
Sure, there's some arms trafficking, but the laws prohibiting the use of breech loaders we inherited from the monarchy have been effective. From what
All
some
right.
new RCM recruits get impatient with their muzzle loaders once they've trained with military-grade weapons, but they realize it's worth it in the end.
Prohibiting peacetime law enforcement to front-loaded rifles is a policy enforced by the Moralist International in all the nations of the Real Belt.
We're the law. Makes you consider every
Imagine
shot I
if
like. It.
everyone, cops, citizens, had access to firearms that could shoot multiple rounds without pausing to reload. After the first shot, the second, third,
America's
and so on
sweating
come much
bullets
easier.
here.
But back to the investigation.
Okay, so seems like we're looking for an antiques
Doesn't seem
enthusiast.
that likely, but we'll check out all possible leads. Next step, finding the gun itself.
Okay. All right. Kim, go to sleep. I have to consult with this lady. How about this?
The face of King Fleecell smiles at you. For this section, you also face it. You flip back to the front.
Okay, not that. This.
You stare at the now familiar
Start
cold,
reading.
detached prose. The author describes a scene from
We've
one
already
of the
read this.
The Yugo Grad ride. As ethnic tensions run wild, it would physically hurt you to keep reading. They go through a brief
Holy
and somewhat
shit.
awkward love affair. And in the end, they betray each other and succumb to the absurdity of Gradian life. The man becomes a lens grinder, completely abandoning his former existence. He toils through the daily drudgery at the Lenka Polyfabricate. Happiness
They warned
and
me.
fulfillment
They said it would
have
physically
eluded
hurt,
his
and I
whole
just
life.
kept on.
And in the end, he has not She spends the next several decades standing at a conveyor in a Sosnovo fish processing plant. The smell of fish guts slowly seeps into her hair and skin.
This is a
As the
cheery
memory
fucking
of their
book.
short time spent together tortures the former lovers ceaselessly until the end of their days. Years pass in solitude, their bodies growing ever more decrepit. As life leaves their remains
Bring the law, Jaw.
soil sheets, their final thoughts are filled with regret.
Fucking hell. Goldine, Goldine. Goldine, Goldine. Alright, what is this thought we've got here? Fuck.
Bringing of
There's
the
another
law, Lord Jaw.
Bum, 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 bum.
Okay, so we now know why you have law jaw, why you say the law in a weird manner, and why your jaw does that thing. You had polio as a child. You hadn't gotten vaccinated. It must have been right after the revolution. Not a lot of vaccine going around then. So you got infantile paralysis due to polio, and this jaw thing is a complication from that. Admittedly, it's not very funny.
Succeed
but you
all
overcame it.
passive hand-eye
This little
coordinations?
infant survived and became
What
a
the
sharpshooting
fuck?
super cop. So,
It doesn't fucking matter if... Good lord. Where? Here it is. Okay, so... -1 to rhetoric. That sucks. But damn. You literally can succeed on all of these. That's pretty good, I think. What's our rhetoric at? 3. Maybe we should... Good lord, why is our logic so low? Kind of superstar and Guillaume. Oh, okay, so this will go away eventually. I'm not even sure that this is worth it. That's fine. Alright, Kim, you gotta go to sleep, my boy.
Yes?
You seem to be following
Excuse
me.
me? You
Oh.
have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front...
a moment passes.
Hmm. Finn does sleep. Oh, I have to go. Okay. So I probably have to, oops. Ooh, I probably have to go to my room and pretend to go in and yikes. All right. So we got a ways to walk here. That's probably Kim's room, right? Can't I just be like, Kim, beat it? I walked you home. We held hands the whole way. What more do you want? They left.
The theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, used on everything, clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all the profiteers and homosexuals. Basically, imagine a yellow plastic crown with a liquor brand emblazoned on it.
The idea of a king a century gone is
The
pretty
sentiment
fascinating.
is called anti-centennial nostalgia, pining for a time before.
All right. Great. Good to know. Anti-centennial nostalgia. Kim, we're taking you all the way back over here so that you can walk all the way back over there so you can sleep, so I can walk all the way back over there so I can talk to Asya. Do you understand?
It's getting cold, this late in the night.
Good night, officer. We'll meet in front of the shack in the...
Alright. Go. Now we can go talk to Klasia. God, was shaving the right decision? And I'm no longer making that half smile. I'm now fucking just grim. I feel like Harry should be happier, but he's just sad. Sad. Alright, I probably do need to figure out how the fuck to fast travel. That would be nice. I don't know where it would be here. Oh, and I can also go ask Lillian, the widow, out on a date. If I wanted to. What a terrible idea that would be. Unless, moving on. I mean, she's all about moving on. She's getting over her mourning. Maybe it's time Harry should too. Also, I did manage to make enough money for the other night. Okie doke. Really nice of that Fisher lady to just let a random drunk guy come and stay at her place. A random drunk guy she does not trust enough to tell almost anything. Fuck! Did she go to... Wait, where is she?
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air. The wind brushes them off the roof. They're gone.
Did she, like, leave? Fuck. Maybe we pushed too hard. Threatened too hard. But, like, where could she have gone? Fuck. Now I'll never have a chance to make fuck with her. Damn it. Venonat. Cool Pokemon. Cool Pokemon. What does it evolve into? So where the fuck did Klasia go?
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. I love those.
Fuck.
Yes?
Where did she go? Tell me. Alright. Well, shit, I guess that's it. Did she... maybe... Why doesn't Harry find it strange that she's not sleeping in her room? Alright, Kuno.
Kuno's like Kuno's dad? Kuno doesn't...
Alright, Kuno. Got nothing. Is there more here? I don't think so.
There are 8. You won't get far without the lieutenant here to bounce thoughts off of. Where could he be right now?
Okay. We're tapped there. Alright. Well, that's that. Nothing to do now but go to sleep. I don't think there's anything else. I mean, I guess we can go talk to Lillian and ask her out on a date. I don't think there's anything else, though, to be done. Is it worth going and selling? Some of, like, we could sell this. Probably can't sell that. Okay, yeah, so we could sell... No, it's not worth. Is there anything worth buying in there? I know that those sneakers or whatever that the entrepreneur is selling may be worth it. 50, I think. Alright, Lillian.
Hi, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer?
Okay.
Oh, that's good to know, I guess. Why is it in the sea?
An installation. Very conceptual.
An installation? Us poor people are stupid and don't get installations. All I see is a heap of trash. This actually calls for a funeral, I think.
I'm actually in the middle of a murder investigation right now.
Hi. Feels deserved, don't you think? Falling in the line of duty like that and all?
What an odd thought. Maybe
Why
I
not?
should.
Our things are a part of our life world. They're made with our human sweat and they share human history. We should care about them as we care about humans. To some extent, at least.
Yeah, maybe.
Life world. Someone's been reading up on last century Gotvaldian philosophers. Play it cool now.
Alright, I'm in. But organizing a funeral takes a lot of time and effort, doesn't it?
You won't even be able to get it out of the water before early June. And where are you going to bury it? Who to invite? What music to play at the wake? Take it from someone who's been through a few funerals. It's easiest to just leave them there and let nature take care of it. I understand, believe me. I really do. I think about all the frivolous side activities I could be doing every time I go out there with my nets. But daydreaming is a rich man's game. At sea, you can't afford to be careless and dream. Anyway, what are we talking about here again? Oh?
God, no one else.
Really?
I guess
Katya
or Claudia probably. Okay, I'm done. I guess she wait. How the fuck do I get out there? I guess she probably just went to sleep, but somewhere else, apparently. We're going for a long run here. Holy shit, we're going for a long run. Oh shit. So, man, lots of places. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Go ahead. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Jeez. Alright. There's a lot more space than I thought there was going to be. Holy fuck. Painted with pastels, someone's trying to bring cheer to the world. Crash from an unending party.
A pane of Eternite has been planted into the snow.
What is this?
2 poles are holding. Looks like a makeshift bridge. When junior researcher Olari Tal invented Eternite in the unprestigious Wagner Polytechnic.
I mean, I don't want to push this over because somebody clearly made it.
Ago, he thought it would last forever. Hence the name.
Oh.
Eternite.
Yeah, alright.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
It's safe to assume this is their leader, or at least he thinks he is.
Alright. Yeah, sure. There's no way Kim would want to do this anyway. Oh boy. Canister is filled with what appear to be water.
You see a youngish man bleaching the tips.
This
of
must
his
be
hair
that
with
anodis
the toothbrush.
of the music.
He puts the toothbrush down and extends his hand in greeting.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
His
Hi,
grip
Andre.
is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
This is my posse, Noid.
The young man with
You're right, I
looks
should.
at you suspiciously.
Here are all the drugs that I have. You're welcome to them.
Egg!
God, this portrait is incredible.
Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music
Just the
venue
one.
organisers.
You did it. You only needed the one. I don't think it's case sensitive. Maybe it is. When I was testing it earlier, it was not. How many music venues have you
We're many in
organized?
the pipeline, officer. You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead.
Thank you,
and while there's no
Egghead.
shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock,
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
No need. The place is
Which
pretty
brings
bad.
me to the problem of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed that there
No, it does look like Bowie. Yeah, you're right. And this guy looks like if Draco Malfoy decided punk rock music was where it's at.
An attempt to pander to your perceived conservative sensibilities. No person his age would ever use a word like narcomania with a straight face.
Enough histrionics. What are you
I'm
talking
talking
about?
the church, and I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Andre looks like a combination of Iggy Pop and Dexter Holland. Yeah, you're not wrong. I do like his fucking hair. And Egghead. Egghead's the best. Like if Mr. Clean went Super Saiyan.
Burnouts. Well, I'm sad to say that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike.
All right.
Strike that. The world.
The world.
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts hold up in there with the worst
Thanks, Joseki.
Just dropping this off. Have a good one.
I appreciate the comma. I know there's more coming. It's gonna continue. That sentence is gonna finish. What could the last word be? Comrade? Friend? Jerkass? Classhole?
Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
I feel like you may be laying it on a big dick. Traitor. What's really so bad about dope heads and burnouts? Okay, fine.
Yes. And the worst part is, they're also spooky.
What exactly do you mean by
I was hoping you would be
spooky?
the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge.
I don't really believe for a moment that these guys are interested in spiritual
Also,
refuge.
They don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse. People just want to spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that. Thank you, Egghead.
Thank you, Egghead.
So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for.
Yeah, alright.
All right, man.
Help ravers start a nightclub.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchanged giddy looks.
Okay.
Yes. What?
So you brought your own water?
Yeah, good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scouted the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even has running water. Oh. It's the one they sell at the fuel station.
It's like he's lying to you, my liege. But he's slippery enough that there's nothing for you to grab hold of.
I tell you, reeks of sweat in here.
Doesn't it? Told you we have a smell problem.
I also smell ether.
Ether? I don't smell ether. Do you, Noid?
No.
It's mixed with a peculiar chemical scent like
He
laundry
sniffs the
detergent.
air. A shrug is good enough for us. Why say it when you can shrug it?
What's with all Nosafed? Nosafed Ultra. You have a lot of it lying around.
Oh, the old Ultra.
He's like an actor looking to the souffleur for his line.
I have a major sinus infection. Stuffy nose. We all do. Shit's all blasted up. Winter,
I guess that makes
can't
sense.
even breathe.
You sound fine to me.
Yes, that's all Nosafed's doing. Without them,
Nosafed is the shit.
Good. Now on to the next thing.
What?
All right.
He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved.
You mentioned some kind of Ecclesiastes who own the church?
Oh yeah, that's a meteor and name for the founding party. Thought it'd be cool to use it.
What is it?
You know, of Meteo, concerning Meteo.
Okay, so...
Meteo, a country on Muindi, on the Muindi Isla.
Yeah. I mean, we'll figure it out.
One of the poorest of the first world nations today, but once a great ancient civilization. Capital
When
Tilak
this,
by percent.
what is it, this logic thing fixes itself, we'll probably be able to do it still.
Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know. I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organization, and they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericanassian Church. Plus, they anoint the innocents. They, like, made the Innocentic system, no?
God, this guy seems to know a bit. Doesn't sound like they would appreciate a dance club in their church.
You're totally wrong about that.
The Pericanassian Church is about love. And Nordic music is about love. I got love for my Pericanassian posse. Love is hardcore.
Unity. Unity.
Make some noise for my Insulindian posse.
Turns volume up, then looks at you with a knowing nod, as if it's obvious you will now break into dance.
You feel it. The anodes and the cathodes coursing through you. Your big toe starts tapping along to the bass.
We had... Look, we've got it. Anadic music. We did it. Unity! Love is hardcore! I guess love can be pretty hardcore. I now understand it was lame of me to suggest otherwise. Anadic music is about love and so is... no worries. Kabaflam. I guess love can be pretty hardcore. No. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Oh yeah, it can.
He's coming around. You're getting it.
Alright, this is too much. No sane organization wants this level of absurdity in their church.
Downbeat. I think I speak for all of us when I say we expected the law to be more open to the idea of love, unity, and the Pericanassian posse.
I'm sorry the law doesn't share your vision.
Well, we're sorry too.
The one with the large head is still looking at you, nodding his head, waiting for you. You can't be scared of moving a little bit, are you? Get the grind on.
I guess we could do the grind thing. What's the status of the church? Haven't gotten inside the building yet.
To install a measure against more drifters wandering in. A padlock. It's a temporary fix.
I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
How long have those people been locked in there?
Like a week, maybe?
What the fuck?
I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%, maybe 85% sure they're still alive.
Somewhere in the ruinous past that led you here, there was something called
exams.
You may have learned the term involuntary manslaughter.
No one lives forever.
Yes, I do. I listen to Channel 8 all the time. I know about crime stuff, and I assure you, officer, this is not what's happening here. I'm at least 80% sure they're alive. I mean, come on. Most people aren't ever that alive in their entire lives.
What does that even mean?
What does anything mean, really?
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like
You're
nonsense.
right. It is nonsense. Total garbage. I knew you'd see through
It feels good to be the smart cop, doesn't it? That's a good cop to be. Has a nice ring to it. Smart cop.
Sorry Cop is an okay title.
Stupid cop, now would you?
You can stop buttering me up now, thank you.
Okay, I won't do that anymore.
What about the key?
Of course, not all right.
Makes a sudden, cool, infused move, tossing it in your general direction. Let it fall to the ground.
Lloyd watches you pick up the key with a smirk.
Right.
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's do it.
Who exactly are these people
Truth
inside the
is,
church?
I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen are glimpses.
You haven't even seen them and you want the
Well,
police involved?
There's also the machinery.
This machinery is of the deeply mystical variety.
When I first scouted the place, back in February...
Your story's full of holes, Andre.
Took some time getting the crew together. So about 2 weeks ago, we came here hoping to set the stuff up. Suddenly, there are all these strange machines lying around in there.
One of them has wires running into bowls of water.
Wires into water.
Never seen anything like it.
Andre, tell him about the feeling. Oh, and it felt like there was something in there with us. Watching us
Beedrill.
from the dark. No.
Okay, so there's
the other one.
something watching
Which
you.
other one? I'm not as in tune with my emotions as you are, Ed. Felt like silence.
Awful silence.
For this man, even regular silence is awful enough. But that
This Pokemon music does not mix with the music going on in this fucking tent. But you haven't physically seen anyone.
We've just seen someone that we think is a woman go in and out of the church a couple of times, and we felt someone or something eyeing us inside. But that's kind of it.
Okay.
Sure, why not? Yeah.
You're worthless,
Not
Andre.
really.
Brown hair. Old.
Heavy.
What Noid said.
So brown and older, Ruby might have dyed her hair.
Yeah,
But
it
seems
seems
like a stretch at this
unlikely. There's a thing
Like,
watching
you
you?
aren't alone, you know?
It wasn't quite human, if you know what I mean.
Non-human means a predator.
It was this dark shape climbing upside down along the ceiling, like some kind of crab man.
What the fuck
Yeah,
are you
know,
talking about?
waves climbing up and around the ceiling, like a crab.
It was stalking a cell. Exhibit.
Odd. Crabs are usually marine creatures and not known for climbing walls.
You sure there was a crab man?
Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't personally see it. Estelle was alone that time, but I believe her. If she comes out running and says there's a crab in there, there's a crab in there.
You should ask her about it, but be nice. Don't tell her you don't believe in the crab.
Can you tell me more about the
You should talk to
machinery?
Noid about that. I just got a
Oh my
distinct
god,
burnout
right, I've got to
logo
click
and
each
sign
of
from them.
one of these people.
Probably jacked up to some snuff station too.
Alright.
Probably, very likely.
How can you be sure if they're burnouts and dope heads?
Well, honestly, I can't, but I am.
Why not? Let's go with that.
I don't see a single thing wrong with that argument.
Sure, they're substance users. Don't let the technology fool you.
Okay, let's talk about something
Sure.
else.
What?
That's
As
it.
always,
Yeah, alright. What is this?
Searchlight Division.
Whoa, cool art.
You've sharpened your senses by being on the lookout for missing persons. Now you notice more of what's happening around you. Perhaps, when you're done with this case, you can join the Searchlight
Holy
Division of
shit.
the RCM and find every Revacholian that's ever gone missing without a trace. There is undoubtedly a backlog of such cases, because you never know.
Alright.
A missing person could be just around the edge, barely out of sight.
I think we have, yeah, we're at +4 perception. Perception is now our best thing despite being the worst fucking skill we've got. Good God. Alright, how much longer do we have on this? 30 minutes. I think I may put a point in logic and rhetoric. God, they're both so bad. Before we do this though, let me see, are there logics or rhetorics that we have not done? Just this one. Okay.
A young man with peroxide blonde hair holds up a Harmon wow sheet as though you're supposed to be sharing some tremendous evangelical secret.
Hardcore!
Is it?
It's hardcore!
You're just gonna keep saying hardcore, aren't you?
Skibberdy, skibber danger. I am the rearranger.
Alright, Egghead is my favorite character in this fucking game.
Training did not prepare for this. What to do? Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think? The young man.
This is hardcore! Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent. All car! All right! Yeah!
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real.
Hardcore! Ah! Is it though?
He stops dead in his tracks, tilting his head to the side. It is!
What is it? I mean, really?
Feels like you should reply with the very pinnacle of idiocy here, so that things get totally transcendent. But you haven't gotten there yet, so you don't know what to say.
I was thinking that too. Fuck!
Back to the heavy hardcore!
Say nothing, say nothing, say nothing, sell nothing, say nothing. So hardcore. It is.
Feels like you should reply.
I don't know what to say. Fuck! Alright, so maybe we don't have the thing.
And now you want to discuss
Ugh.
Lloyd. Good.
What the fuck? Skin shows through the holes in the Speed Freak's too large sweater. In front of him, an open toolbox full of carpentry tools and parts.
It's good you talked to Andre first. Gave me time to get a reading on your sign. Can't really talk to people before you get a reading.
Runs his hand through his hair, which is combed back in mock seriousness, and continues to fiddle with some gears. Sign?
Yeah, gotta compare. See if we can align.
Interesting.
I suck at socialising, man. Even now, our sign synchronisation is way off.
Why do they call you
The
Noid?
hardcore aesthetic is esoteric. It's not meant to be discussed with the law at this moment.
It's not easy to reach a harmonic resonance of signs without some adjustment.
We need signs matching.
Yes. Further sign matching would do good for us. One way to achieve this would be by getting us into the church.
Tell me about the machines you saw in the
Weird
church.
stuff. Specialised. There was a data processor and some sort of long-wave machinery.
God, we've been
Wires
listening to
going
this
into
shitty
water.
music for an hour and a
You've got
half,
the
it feels
spy
like.
sign, or some fucked up Samaran science sign. You know, the kind that goes head first in.
The People's Republic of Samara is a product of Revachel's sister revolution on the Grand Isola. It's known as a severely degenerated rogue state.
What's wrong with Supernatural?
Nothing's wrong with it. You should definitely be researched. You can still do sick shit with it though.
The sickest. That's perhaps why it should be researched.
Most of it doesn't exist. But there's also stuff that isn't allowed to exist. Because the moralists think it's too dangerous for the plebs.
It does. We need more hardcore energy from
Psionic
Harrier here.
powers, pale-related
All right.
diseases.
Great. Lovely. So we gotta sync signs with Noid. Alright. So what if we came here?
Hi again. So, how are things going?
No, Noid has his signs, but what's the deal with
He's a
Egghead here?
quiet man. Mostly communicates through music. And by being a master of ceremonies.
What's a master of ceremonies?
A host. A declaimer of slogans. He's a performer. Gets the people going.
Of course.
Interesting, sire. A bit like you then. An MC for sure.
How do you communicate with him?
Well, he's just kind of here. I don't really know how to communicate.
You ever really talk to him?
Yeah, sometimes. When I stumble and find my way into his center, you have to hear a lot of hardcore to the mega first though.
The man smiles mysteriously, choosing to let the beat speak for itself.
Alright, well.
As always.
How much does logic help me out? If I were to put on my logic gear. Do I have logic gear? I do have logic gear. Fuck yeah. This is the man. This is the look of a logician.
Hi again. So, how things
Fuck.
going?
It's still real low. We could try it.
A number of things don't add up. Let's take a look.
I'm the best at random chance. Holy shit.
How about gather around, kids?
Okay, kids, now gather
The
around.
young speed freak puts down a busted capacitor and looks at you. The one with the large head seems very enthusiastic about whatever you have planned. Their would-be leader is less amused.
Sometime in the past, I'm not sure when and where, but betrayal was involved. I fell sick and became the shadow of the man you see now. Before that, I have reason to believe I was a police detective. Thank you for your kind words, but everyone in here sees I'm a disgrace to the uniform. I was good enough in this job to be awarded the rank of lieutenant your freighter. Could have been captain. Imagine that.
Happened?
Disco happened. Disco.
I've been trying to say we need the next step in dance music to happen fast. Shut it. What? I have. I've said that.
Now, obviously, that might as well have been 1,000 years ago, but there's still some detective left in me.
Freak is silent. He senses something is wrong.
This isn't the makings of a club, it's a tent full of laboratory equipment for manufacturing
I have no idea
drugs.
how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look, we even have speakers.
Don't you fucking lie to me, Andre the Giant.
They have one speaker.
Where's his friend? Yeah, where's his friend?
What do you mean, friend?
The other speaker.
It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about sound reproduction in anodic music. Other speaker.
This may be the brain damage talking, but you've definitely never heard of monodynamic or one-speaker systems.
Alright, so Nosefeed is here. Active ingredient.
Likely pseudoephedrine. Almost exactly the shape of ephedrine. Ephedrine makes you happy, and so does
Distilled water. Cornerstone of a clean lab. I feel like Chansu we've seen like 8 times.
And of all cellular-based life, what's your point?
Alright, Noid. Alright. Ether in the air, a useful solvent, good for getting acting agent out of a solution.
First it's the sweat, then it's the ether.
There's no need for me to pile on anymore, is there?
No shit.
In short, you tried to use a police detective to set up a drug lab.
That's... Come on, that's...
Punishable by summary execution. Against the law?
I meant to say, not true.
So, what are we gonna do with you?
What do you mean, do?
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop the act. It wouldn't take a lot of pushing. The optimal way to go about this would be indifference. It begins by you telling him you don't care about any of this.
I don't really care, I just want to crack the case. Do what you want, and I'll do what I want. Really? How is that? I think this is right. Well, suggestion, you know better than me, probably. Sure.
Really?
Of course not really. I'm a cop now. Tell me what's going on immediately. Not calling back up and hauling you all off to the pin, for starters. Haven't you heard? I'm the dirtiest cop on this side of the river. I'll make life hard. Or else we'll see.
He thinks for a moment, then opens his mouth, but closes it again. Then finally raises his hand.
We're about to fight?
Things are just way too hard for an entrepreneur in this city. It's not like we're not going to turn the church into the wickedest club in East Revershoal. Because we are!
We totally are!
We just got to turn it into a speed lab first.
You know, to get our foot in the door.
And why did you need
Like
me?
I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together.
They're not
A
really
month ago,
spooky,
the place
are
was
they?
empty.
and now it's all spooked up. No, man. They're spooky, all right. It's just that they would also probably call the police if we started cooking speed.
Okay.
But the sign was way off too. I couldn't feel the love at all.
You guys are crazy.
What now?
This is it. Judgment time.
I mean... Wouldn't work without the lab. Do what you have to do to keep the club alive. I have to look into the situation, into the spooker situation before I can decide what to do with you. I mean, they're cooking drugs. Wait, drugs aren't... Kim said something about drugs maybe not being illegal? We could ask for a bribe. I mean, they're just a bunch of fucking morons. I would be the worst cop. We could just decide later. What to do? I mean, it's not like we're super authoritative. But we do know what happens if everyone does drugs. And it seems unfair, but it seems unfair for us to have been a drug addict and then to lash out at those who supply. This is a tough decision. This is definitely out. This is probably out. We could just tell them to get lost. But then we're admitting that we know they're doing something wrong, so we might as well arrest them. We could try and set them on the path to goodness, but I don't think I know. Okay, how about this? We'll decide later.
On an amiable path, right? No more misunderstandings. No, as always.
We'll decide later. We gotta go check the club, see how spooky it is. Jesus.
Bad news. Guillaume Le Million did not become a cop. In 38, he went on a tour to the Xinyao province in Sensai, where he died of autoerotic asphyxiation. His body was found hanging from a decorative dragon tree in his junior suite amid drug paraphernalia, unwholesome objects,
that's good,
and
I
the
guess.
Sylvia Trainer single, Wonderland, skipping in the background. And yes, you can take this as a metaphor for Revachol in the 30s, and also as a warning.
Okay, so rhetoric is bad, hand-eye coordination is bad, but like it doesn't matter because stuff.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Wait. Why am I not able to...
Yes. What? The engine starting fluid.
Is the amiable speed freak becoming a bit cross with you? Sounds like it.
I guess it does.
You're not completely
You know, maybe that
satisfied
slight
yet.
sense of ether I felt before is somehow connected to ethyl ether.
No idea, man.
He nods
Where
enthusiastically,
is...
no doubt a little relieved.
Oh yeah, that's a meteor and name.
Fuck.
Come to think of it, Yes. What?
He nods
Oh no.
enthusiastically.
There's not a way for me to revisit the... I guess maybe this updated this? Well, that's fine. I didn't want to arrest him. Didn't want to take a bribe. The choice was either arrest them or help them with their nightclub, but not their lab. What up, my man? Wait, I need to put these back on.
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing you approach, she looks up.
Oh. Hello there.
She must be Estelle, the last of the speed freaks.
She seems a lot more well put together than the others.
It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing. Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold. You bet this one likes to party.
You must be a cell.
That's my name. I take it you have met the others. Did they tell you about the church and the club thing?
They did?
Will you help us?
What happens in the tent stays in
That's
the tent.
cool by me.
Dear child, it's freezing. Where's your hat?
Maybe she didn't hear you.
Said you should have a hat on.
You?
You don't have to do anything.
I'm the law. You have to do. I do. I should and I do.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
It's nice. You should wear one too if you plan on staying outside.
Well, look, man, fuck the hat.
What the
pulse rises. What did she just say? That's not how a civilian is supposed to address an officer of the law.
Is that kind of language really necessary?
I'm sorry I said fuck the hat. I was concentrating on something else.
Alright.
My whole family swears and it rubbed off on me.
Your associates tried to use me to set up a drug lab?
I did, and I'm sorry. For what it's worth. Which isn't much.
That's true.
You don't get to choose your posse, they choose you. Mine are idiots, but they're mine. I tried to talk Andre out of it.
Should have tried harder. Misleading a cop is no joke.
I know. I should have been able to control them. And I will in the future. I promise. May I ask? What did you tell them?
That I'm going to decide after I looked into the church situation.
Oh, right. That's wise. Take your time.
What did you see inside the church?
Oh, that. You're not going to believe me. There's no point in me telling you.
She's less prone to blurt it out, crab man, than the others.
We'll see. Go ahead and tell me.
I went in and I saw a woman next to one of those machines there. Noid calls it a mainframe. She was dressed like someone who's been raised by their grandmother, you know, strange old clothes. Had this absent expression, didn't say anything, just stood still.
Go on.
And then, you know, right behind her, a man crawled down the wall. Upside down like a crab, down the church wall. I think the woman didn't even know he was there. He was completely silent. He stopped right before he got to the floor, then just hung there like that, looking at me. Right at me.
That is pretty creepy.
I fucking turned around and walked out.
If it's believable.
End of story.
What did this crab man look like?
It was too dark. I couldn't tell exactly.
Come on. She obviously could. She already went into detail.
Come on, quit stalling. What did he look like?
He looked like a banger, okay? He was all muscular and stuff. Had a mesh tank top. I know it sounds ridiculous, but that only made it scarier in a way.
A crab and a banger?
A banger. As in a mess gang member. I know what it sounds like, but that's what I saw.
You were wrong. I do believe you. It does seem too ludicrous for a lie.
I guess so. Anyway.
Yeah.
What else?
Alright, tell me more about the chuckle fucks inside.
I haven't got much to say about them.
Just answer the question, please.
Sorry. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they are and so on. I don't provide information on them.
Okay, tell me something about yourself.
I'm a silver bird.
Okay.
Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but...
You seen a red-haired woman around?
No.
Okay, what's the device you have there?
It's a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still.
And the wires?
Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
It's a contact microphone.
Contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Your mangled brain would like you to know there is a boxer called Contact Mike.
Okay. Yeah, any news of my wife's name? How about my mother?
You're welcome.
Okay, great. Does this have anything to do with Contact Mike?
Yeah, I record stuff with it.
No, I mean the boxer Contact Mike.
No. This is a contact microphone. It's for recording inside solid objects. Contact mic just beats people up.
Right. That's not fair. And an understatement.
Oh, man. This game really lets you go a long way with stupid shit. He's a role model. Yeah, you heard right. You should try to be more like Contact Mike, a successful athlete and inspirational figure who's overcome social, physical, and mental obstacles. Second thought, screw Contact Mike. He's not a champion. You are. Look at you here in front of a saggy tent, picking your nose to drug addict music. The world of sports is in awe of your faith and dedication. All right, we're saying this one is too funny.
Man, you are one weird cop.
This isn't about me. This is about your lack of respect for one of boxing greats and for yourself. Maybe Contact Mike did kill that guy.
What is it with you and this Mike guy? Okay, if it floats your boat, I'll be more like Contact Mike and less like me.
Self-respect is not meant to float any boats but your own.
I'll keep that in mind for future use.
Holy shit. Okay, we need to start internalizing this fucking stupid thought process. What the fuck is this? This is so stupid. What do we get rid of? Okay. I don't think this is very helpful. So that's kind of what I'm leaning at first. Being able to succeed on all hand-eye coordination checks seems pretty alright. I mean, yeah, that just seems pretty alright. Okay, it does not seem all that good. If I were to lose this, would I lose my perception? Maybe worth trying out. Okay. Some kind of superstar. Composure, electrochemistry. Composure, electrochemistry, and then these would be fine. So maybe we're no longer a superstar cop. We got our point of logic back. Visual calculus raised to 6. Jesus, fuck. Good lord. This is so good. We're never getting rid of this. This seems pretty shitty. Because I don't think I often choose moralist options. Volition raised to 5 and logic raised to 5. Like, yeah, I think that's it. We're not going to be Kingdom of Conscious anymore. Right? Yeah. Okay. But Mike! Let's fucking go, Mike! Alright, how does that thing work?
I don't exactly know. Somehow
Stupid.
it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-borne sound. If you like.
Where'd you get the mic from?
Same place I got the recorder from. The Palaceum.
What's the Palaceum?
Oh man. You haven't been to the Palaceum? It's the coolest place in this whole drug-addled shithole. It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop. On Boogie Street.
Jamrock. Did she say Boogie?
Musicians live there, like real musicians. I once saw Arno van Eyck.
Thinking about it really cheers her up. It's a long way from here.
Who's this Arno guy?
Oh yeah. Guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck. Or really be a Palaceum going kind of person.
Oh, I get down.
I don't know what that means.
I grind.
I don't know what that means either.
It means I'm hit beyond my ears.
That's cool.
Wow. Alright. You're right, time has deserted me.
Man. Was there something else? About the contact mic, perhaps?
Jesus Christ. Alright,
okay.
Non-mic questions. What are you doing out here in the cold?
I guess.
What is it you're recording?
I'm recording cracks in the ice. But there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too.
What happened to the headphones?
My boyfriend sold them.
What for?
I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
A lie. They were probably pawned off for something suspicious.
What are these recordings for? The cracks?
The musicians in the Palaceum used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain.
Okay.
Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, a music place anyway.
She rubs her shoulders and looks
I don't
around.
really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too.
I don't know
have
what
a
it is, but
synthesizer.
this lady makes me sad.
She looks at the recording device, the thing she thought would fill her hours with joy and escape. It's turning out to be an empty fantasy. She feels childish, very useless all of a sudden.
Okay, we could probably give her...
Go ahead.
Hold on. Let's put on some shitty stuff we don't want. Like, oh my god, do we not have another hat? We have this hat. We could probably give her one of these jackets that I don't much care for. Like, I don't think I ever used this one.
Hello again.
What are you doing out here in the cold?
I think I'm recording Crack the musicians in anyway. I don't really.
She looks at the recording device. The thing she thought
Want my
would fill
jacket?
her...
No, man, fuck that. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
She's shivering a bit.
Yeah, maybe you were right about the hat. Go
All
ahead.
right, we get to give her the hat. Let's give her the hat. But which hat? Encyclopedia? I guess this one. We're gonna give her the dumbest hat.
Hello again.
You want this stupid
Recording.
fucking
I think
hat?
I'm recording Cracks in the Eye. The musicians anyway. I don't.
She looks at the recording device.
Thanks.
All right, well,
Go ahead.
okay. One last change of clothes. So that was a plus logic hat, I think. I think we're okay because we have a lot of other logic gear if we're aiming for it.
Hello again.
What the fuck, Mike? Come on. Tape recorder lies on the ice. Pick ice like a discarded toy. Pick it up.
The device is still warm from her touch.
Jesus.
And heavy as a brick from the batteries.
We barely made it.
The company logo, Omicron, adorns its yellow plastic cover. Inside, the tape is rolling. The girl looks at the device in your hands.
I'm sorry you have to sit here on the ice feeling miserable. Your age or at any age in this weather waiting for it to get
looks you
dark.
in the eye, her pupils wide, surrounded by a ridiculous amount of makeup.
The people who built this world intended it to be better for you, but they failed. It is easier to live in their failure with this by your side.
The wind howls. She remains silent. It's real. Tell her.
It's not a childish fantasy. Be a real weapon against what's coming for you now.
What is?
I'm once again reminded of how Contact Mike rose from the slums of St. Baptiste to the top of the boxing world, overcoming adversity and serious brain trauma. Nothing is coming. Nothing he wouldn't knock out in 3 rounds. The real fight is from the right hand. What the fuck?
I can't believe this turned into another mic thing. Fine. Okay, I'll stick to it. I'll knock it out in 3 rounds.
There is little you can do to help her now. But given the chance, you feel like you should. There is something changes between you two. She looks at you differently now. As an equal.
As a fellow
human being.
The fellow Contact Mike fan.
So thanks, I guess, for the psych session. Maybe I can return it. What's been eating you, officer? Come on, I can tell. But, okay. Be a boy Adero about it if you want to.
I guess there is something that's been making my life hell.
What is it?
People keep putting their selfish interests ahead of the greater good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no one understands that sometimes you gotta make sacrifices for the sake of progress. It's all distressing.
The thing that's been eating you is the slow.
It's got
pace of
hours later in
social
this game.
progress.
Here we'll remember Contact Mike. I mean, we have it is one of our internalized thoughts. It is one of the things that make us who we are. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for slow and steady progress. I just wish people would be a little bit more reasonable, is all.
Okay, so you're not that upset.
I told you, I'm highly distressed by the state of affairs.
And you're sure it's social progress you're distressed about, and not, I don't know, Some chick.
Perhaps.
Now that you mention it, I found these letters I'd thrown in the trash. They might have something to do with it.
Why'd you think that?
First, they had the faintest scent of chewing gum on them. I could still smell it under the shit.
Wow, man. That's pretty symbolic. Don't you think?
Yes, I found that to be very symbolic too.
Okay. What else?
They were written in a woman's hand, and oh boy, did reading them make me feel not
there
good.
There you have it then. Chick trouble. Not political after all. Who was she?
I don't remember.
Really? You seem to be pretty upset about this chica. Are you sure you don't remember anything about her?
I remember her scent, and that's all.
Wow, man. That's some pretty strange shit. Are you sure the letters were for you?
Yeah. Why would I have reacted so strongly otherwise?
How come you don't remember, though? Is it like some selective memory thing?
What do you mean, selective
Man,
memory?
When I get hurt, I just want to forget that shit, you know?
I think it's more about
that
me getting so unbelievably drunk I completely erased all memory of this world.
Yeah, or it might be that. This one time I did so much booze that I forgot too.
She's lying.
It's obvious she's done more than booze.
Or it might just be some psych bullshit, you know? Königstein wank.
Königstein wank?
You know, the psych thing they've got going on there. Rich people like it. People in Königstein are mostly rich.
Thanks for the bullshit psych thing,
You're
then.
welcome. Might be for the best to keep that shit forgotten, though. Just my opinion. If it itches, don't scratch.
Yes, but it itches really, really bad.
Alright, contact Mike!
Of contact Mike. 5,000 to 1 rank outsider. No one saw it coming. The mantle of a game changer demands intangible qualities. Fights are not won. You're thinking instead of doing detective work right now. Fights are made. Blow by blow. Let's take it.
Mike to the Mikey.
Some low-intensity part of you has entered a sports cliché-driven fugue state. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. Also, Mike knew what it took to win. He just wanted it more.
All physique white checks unlocked. Oh, wait. Does that just mean that, like... What's the map? Oh, okay. Sports cliches! Hooray! I feel like we should go and revisit some of these. Oh, so this didn't do anything so much as it just reopened these checks. Alright, that's cool. Do we think that talking to her and gaining her trust has somehow there's nothing here we need to do. There were no checks that... Yeah, I wanted more contact Mike. But that's okay. That's fine. And I guess because it's fucking almost 2 a.m., we have no reason to go to sleep. We can just keep walking around. Is this a house? Yes. Probably people are asleep inside. Feel the shadow of a very large building fall on you. Dusty pews in the shadows. Oh, it's the fucking church. And some money. I'd rather Kim be there, I think. But maybe if I go at night, we're more likely to see the people?
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call someone.
Pick up the handset. What do we got here?
You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable.
Yeah, alright, let's... let's do it.
Calling. Still calling.
Oh, it is 1:30 in the fucking morning. What am I doing?
Should you be doing this? End of tone.
Pierre? Is that you, Pierre?
No, yes, it's me, Pierre.
So nice of you to find the time to call me. It gets so lonely. Even the animals have died.
What kind of pets did you have?
Sure, you're Pierre. Your voice, it's different.
We're the worst at crank calls.
Her voice is drowned in white noise. Sounds like waves washing a beach, growing in volume until
Is this the same number?
Disconnects.
No, it is actually a different number. All right.
Calling. Still calling. Again? Seriously? Someone with a masculine voice picks up.
Hello, Gerard speaking.
Hello, Gerard. Technically speaking, you're electricity. No, what you are is a surprise. Get his wife on the phone.
Hey, Gerard, get your wife for me, will you?
Who is this?
It's Harry. Put her on. I don't like waiting.
Who the fuck do you think you are talking to me like that?
Voice on the phone is suddenly very agitated. I'm the guy who's fucking your wife, Gerard. Now put her on before I lose my patience.
Just tell me what's going on here. Bien, come here.
The sounds are muffled. You can make out two people, a man and a woman called Bien. They
Harry
talk
becomes a
to each
home wrecker
other
after
in
hours.
agitated voices. There's a shuffle of feet. Children, maybe. Amid the howling in the wire, you make out a woman's voice with a thick Samaran accent. Gerard, Gerard. More shouting. You're pretty sure you hear a man saying fuck several times. Then the crackle. You hear a faint thud. You could swear you're hearing furniture falling over.
Oh no. God, you can really fucking double down on this.
Can't make out a single word. Just vague voices. Something hits the phone with a loud crack of plastic. What in the name of God did you just
Oh
do?
no. Well, let's call somebody else.
Calling.
Jesus.
Calling. Still calling.
Stop calling me, man. I'll get you your money, alright? I just need till tonight. Let me work.
Tonight. Okay. Slight change of plans. I want this delivered to Whirling in Rags.
Disconnect. Tone.
Alright, one last one. I don't know why this is so fun to me.
Sounds like he hasn't talked to anyone in quite a while.
I'm tired too.
I could go just 1 month without writing. No, 2 months. I could regenerate my brain. Fucking liberalism.
The man disappeared. You do not hear the customary disconnect tone. Just seems like it did not have time to swallow the coin. This sometimes happens. Lucky you. The call went too fast for the payphone to register. You can still make a new one without paying.
Yeah, what's the worst that could happen?
You close your eyes and put your index finger on the rotary dial. Then pull down on the number. Then move one up. Strange. This is not how you started before. You dialed 001. This is not the area code of Revachol. It is another destination on another Isola. Some far
long distance here.
State. 005 is Revachol, ZOC. 001 is Grad, on the Gradian Isola, where the telephone was invented. The next 2 digits you dial are the area code for the city of Mirova. 41441117 Yes.
Jesus Christ.
451 67451. You are going deep.
There are a billion numbers.
451. You have dialed God knows how many numbers. The headset has been waiting silently to relay a signal. Surely
Yeah,
nothing can come of
how
this,
long is this fucking number? Holy shit.
but it does. A
So
connection.
it's 001 41 44 47 11 17 361 451 67 451 451. Good God.
An ultra-long distance call. Your air fills with a crackle, the wash of a strange ocean.
Who the fuck are we calling?
Noise. A little bird starts ringing in there, not like the local calling tone before. No, a small ring in a cage of distortion, far away. A distant network of phones. Calling, calling in the night. The saddest sound in the world. Both pitiful and terrifying. You feel your pulse rising.
Yeah, who's going to be on the other end?
Calling still. The handset starts slipping from your sweaty palm.
Oh no.
Your breathing is heavy. Calling, 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 calling. Calling still. Then the ocean breaks. Out of the depths, a woman's voice emerges.
No.
Small. The dearest thing you've ever heard.
Hello?
Oh, free man count and abolish classes. Oh, raise the dead.
Who is this?
Who is this?
Dora. Who is this? The connection is bad.
Dora. The name feels like a gift. A gift that was meant for you.
Oh, man.
To make it possible to live.
We just dialed our ex.
And fight. In the distorted distance, you hear someone turning next to her. Bed springs rattle. Don't react. Whatever you do, don't react to that last thing.
Oh.
It doesn't matter if you react or not. You still think you hear a man's voice in the background. It's covered in pain and white noise.
What?
This is tough.
Oh no. Is that you?
This is too much. You need to recede.
Wish I was the wind.
Not this. What time is it?
Yeah, I guess we're just gonna really... Like, we shaved. We're no longer drunk. Now we're just pitiful. We are sorry, cop.
No, no. It's you, isn't it? It's you.
I'm a revolutionary servant of humanity. I will free mankind and abolish the classes. I will raise the dead.
You're not a revolutionary, Harry. You're drunk.
You only have 2, maybe 3 things left to say before the change runs out.
I'm not drunk. I'm not high. I'm just hurt.
Oh, God.
Heavy as the tin. The white noise howls.
Do you know what time it is? It's so late here. It's 4 o'clock, Harry. I need to wake up in 2 hours.
I'm the law. I'm a detective. I'm doing a case. There's a hanged man. Oh, no. Is someone there? We're gonna ask. It's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Where are you going in 2 hours? Where?
The academy, where I work.
No response. Only a sigh.
Oh my
The connection
God.
Crackles like burning.
You're in Morova, right?
Yes, I'm in Morova. Sleeping.
What a terrible time for a Rattata to appear. I'm the law. I'm a detective.
She does not answer anymore.
Doesn't matter. This case, none of it matters.
Harry.
Disconnect tone. The machine ran out of money.
Oh. Yikes. What a joyful time that was.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation
2 o'clock.
appears in stark contrast to the padlock.
It's 2 o'clock. What are
drilled into the wood. This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door. The lock is adorned with a yellow sticker.
What's that sticker?
You see a yellow circle with 2 X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth. You're pretty sure you haven't seen it before, but what the symbol depicts is clear enough. A smiling dead guy. The curve makes it smile, and the X's make it dead. There is something blindingly modern about this symbol.
We leveled up.
Its modernness puts to shame
Hell yeah.
everything you've seen before.
What makes it so modern?
The contrast between the cheery, chemical yellow and the rigor mortis. As if the cheery guy didn't know he was dead, or the dead guy didn't care that he was. Either way, you get the sense the forces of future are at work here. This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door. The carving on the door is block-like and angular, like the church itself. 2 large beams shoot downwards, sinking into the wood. The surface is smooth from the wind, but moist to the touch.
I mean, is there... What purpose is there to peeling this sticker off? Mostly I just want to do it because... Oh, fuck, where... Oh, no. Oh, there they are, okay. Mostly I want to do it just because it's a thing to do.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height.
Ow.
Your hands are clammy from the sea air.
Okay.
The piece of sticker keeps slipping away.
God.
The lock clanks against the door. The lock turns easily. As you do, you hear the echo of the doomed commercial area. Its black holes and dusty machines.
Fun.
Then the feeling passes. A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing in the heart of the city.
What could be in here? Crabman? Strange stillness fills you as you should walk here, not run. Whoa, this place is pretty creepy. I guess they didn't lock anyone in here. So let's put these gloves back on. How are we doing in terms of pluses here? We're just down a little bit. It's 2 o'clock. We made it. There is a live wire running directly into it. Weird. So how much... Spider has spun its web around the wood carved pillar. God, look, we're fucking rolling around in money. This is very pretty. Oh, fuck yeah, let's... What shoes do we have on? +1 in perception. We don't need that anymore. We need more empathy. Aw, we're so fucking stylish. I mean, I think perception is still... Yeah. Empathy's now our highest. We have 3 really good skills. And a lot of money. And every time we click on something, we get all of an experience point. Okay. So this could go on the neck. Oh, we're so fucking stylish, though. I think I'd rather have the drama. Right? Pain threshold is maybe nice, but we're clearly a wimp. We gotta really, like, own up to the fact that we're a wimp.
The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent. And then it's gone. Almost all of it. But for the faintest of hums, you can hardly hear your own breathing. The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
I feel like we barely made that one. Actually, exactly average.
It's like there's something moving up there. A shadow has emerged from the tower and it's making its way toward you through all the other shadows. Yes, the darkness makes the ceiling feel infinitely far away. It's not a shadow anymore, becoming more substantial as it gets closer.
It's actually a thing?
You've lost sight of it. Where did it go? Prepare for an attack. You see something hanging from the rafters, looking straight at you with dark eyes. Maybe it's possible to talk to it.
What the fuck?
Is that a man? A man made of the same stuff as the carpentry of the building. He is studying you intently. The man leaned forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks.
It's cool that they got the Count of Monte Cristo on this.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry, everything's gonna be alright. You come to the right place.
That accent is Villalobos, a peninsula in Mesk and a district in Jamrock. There's a sizable contingent of Villalobos-speaking Mesks in Revachol.
Here you can receive the mother's love. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of the despair at the bottom of that bottle.
Harry is so patient about asking why this man is jumping around and climbing walls and shit.
What was that about, the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already. Shish.
Está crudo, güey. I see deep inside. Your body and your spirit are suffering greatly from overindulgence. And you don't even know it.
I'm very in touch with my suffering.
Not all of it. I was like you once. You don't know all the havoc El Vino is wrecking on your mind and your spirit. Necesita parar, homie.
It's all well and good, but we need to talk. Okay. For some reason, I feel like you have a point here.
Don't trust me. Trust the mother. I'm only the messenger, Holmes.
His voice echoes in the cold air of the church.
This is the church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
So does this mean that I can literally forever just kind of continually roll on these checks? Or does it mean that it just unlocked it? Okay. We got Wasteland of Reality. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, this takes 20 hours. Holy shit. Alright, I think this is pretty shitty. I think this is what we're losing. Okay, so reception is 7 right now. If we lose this thought, reception stays at 7. That's fine. Good. Wasteland of Reality. 20. Jesus. Alright, where are we? Mother of Silence, you are welcome here. He sways gently on the...
This Mother of Silence sounds like a serious player. You might want to be careful until you find out what you're dealing with.
You must be the crab
Never
man.
known myself to be a crab. But if that's the name you got for me, I won't stop you from using it.
Sorry, you just weren't moving
I
like a
always
human.
thought of myself more like a flame, flickering along the rafters and beams. It may be that I gotta work on my technique.
What were you before
I
you
was
became
in
a crab man?
Way, but my memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone.
I lost my memory too, but I like it. It's like I get to create a whole new me, start
That's
again
not
from
really
scratch.
the point, I say. You gotta give yourself over to service. Service of the mother, that is. Tiago's my name, by the way. Though those syllables don't mean much to me. A name isn't just your identity, but also, so to speak, your place amongst your fellows. Your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore.
My name's Harry.
That's just the thing, Holmes. None of that matters.
Dick. Some ravers want to turn this place into a nightclub.
The ones in the tent outside, right? I see them. Guessing they're the ones who call me a crab. Probably scared of me.
So what do you think about the nightclub?
Why not? They wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there, imbibing. Ain't no music on earth that can reach where I go. Might even be nice to have some company.
He said that in spite of himself. He's more attached to the human than he'd like to think.
Okay. So what are you doing?
This is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there. A way out into nothingness. This church was built around it. For purposes
and I guess
of veneration.
we're not gaining any time on this because we should have waited until we went to sleep because time isn't moving
I
forward.
circled it, nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to go drink from it directly.
Are these yours, the scarf and the shoes?
I think they were. A long time ago. I had to shed them like skins to get closer to the center of the silence.
All right.
You could have them. I don't need them anymore.
What happens once you drink from this perforation?
I will be incinerated, but not destroyed.
Oh,
Finally, I won with the state of
shit.
the world before reality began.
Who's the mother of silence you keep
Oh.
talking about?
That's no simple question, I say. She is a cavity in the dark, beyond sense. She saved me, but I couldn't describe her to you.
All right.
No one can, Holmes, and no one ever will.
I still don't understand what
I'm
you're
a
doing in the
seraph,
church.
Holmes. I sing the mother's glory.
You should sing for me on the super... Wait, are we still supercar? Yeah, we are. You should sing for me, the superstar cop.
I ain't from no Marietti, if that's what you're thinking. And the song I sing is silent as the mother.
Marietti is a mesque style of music and dance, commonly seen in all manner of festivities.
Yeah, this is
especially weddings.
kind of what I'm thinking.
It's delightfully quaint, owing to its peasant origins.
Okay, so how'd you
Hard
find
to
this
say.
place?
I think I did some construction work here, back when I still had material worries. Up there, I realized what the true purpose of the church was. Been spending a lot of time here ever since. The past is nothing to me now, eh?
Are you
It
sure you didn't just
belong
switch one drug for another?
It's not like that at all, man. It's just faith and joyful service.
Too gleeful, those words. He is lying. Not to you, to his very own self.
Faith is a kind of drug.
I heard that before, Way. And I know I can't convince you on the spot. But think, when's the last time you woke up from silent communion with a hangover, regretting what you did last night?
Is the hangover a requirement for drugs?
There are drugs darker than alcohol circling your system.
I think love might have been my drug of choice. This is so dramatic, Harry.
She took you for a good spin, huh? Don't worry, bro. That love is but a drop compared to the ocean of the mother's love. The mother will eat all of you and never spit you out.
I was being insensitive.
No
Let's
worries,
move on.
man. I know this shit
All right.
takes time.
I have other
The sinewy
questions.
figure lingers on the wooden beams, blending into the shadows.
Been here a long time. Do you know why the church was
Police
abandoned?
raid a while back.
See what happened?
Not really. Or at least I don't remember much of it anymore.
All right.
The mother's love has done its job. That's what's so great about the mother. It lets you forget about everything.
Where's the other spooker?
¿Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa. Don't know, Holmes.
Okay, so viejita is a little old person.
No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear.
Wait, what if it's Ruby?
Did it seem like she was hiding here or running
like
from
a
something?
fugitive?
He glances at the abandoned radio computer. The other side of the nave, pulsing with light. Then he shakes his head.
No, man. Quite the opposite. I don't think she cared much about authority or anything else for that matter. Maybe only about her machine.
And you don't know where she is.
That's what I said, Holmes.
How do you not know when you both live
Don't really
here?
follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests.
They got nothing else to tell me.
I'm afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she comes back, or...
Okay. All right. So I don't know where she went, but we're gonna do these things and then go sleep. And there's a lot of equipment here.
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity. A quaint
Awesome.
little box of radio waves.
Hell yeah. 34 experience.
Better not touch it. Who knows what evils it may hide. As you step closer, you notice fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open.
Look
Behind
inside.
the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March.
So print.
Nothing happens.
If we play, that guy's gonna be pissed off that we played music.
The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Good evening. Votre accident on Saint-Brun.
Oh.
This is the East
It's you
Insulindian
again.
Rapid Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
Gyarados.
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer.
Yvonne, it's me.
Good, thank you. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
Looked inside the core, but the tape on the filament just... Wait. Like the one in the Doom
I
commercial
have
here?
2 machines registered to this company name in Martinez. One on Saint-Brun, the other on Rue de Saint-Ghislaine.
Saint-Brun. That's the church. Rue de Saint-Ghislaine. The Doom commercial area.
Anything else I can help you with?
I don't think we can ask her if she's Ruby, but that's a good idea. Also, Swank, look, we shaved and we're no longer grimacing.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Oh my god.
No.
A hint system is not part of the protocol for repeater stations.
I'm really bad at passwords. Can you just give me a hint?
No.
This is the police?
I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder for trust. Now, can you please repeat
No,
the
I don't.
password?
I don't know the fucking password. Yes, Kim does prefer the mutton chops.
I will register this login.
That sounds bad.
Votre accident Is there anything else?
The machine's keyboard is still...
Fuck. So that's another one of those things that I need
in
the
white,
password to.
silver, and apricot faience. The young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad. This is her innocence, Dolores Day. Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You
That's
should
cool.
kneel. Your knees touch the floor. The floorboards are hard and cold. There you kneel among the snowdrifts, diffuse light falling on your hands from beyond the glass. The world is silent, but for the creaks and cracks of the massive wooden structure behind you. It covers you from the wind outside. The ocean feels distant, its ebb and flow blocked off by the centuries-old pinewood sarcophagus around you. In the darkness, you sense her eyes on you, inspecting you with their multicolored glass, as if you're about under a microscope.
Prayer is good.
The woman looks
Harry's
down at
having a
you
tough
eager.
time.
She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips and a glint in her green-blue eye of what? Compassion? Remorse? She acknowledges the passing of someone who is still alive. You. No, she doesn't care about you. She only cares about her shiny sovereign's orb and her silk robes and getting to the aerodrome on time.
Swank, you missed it. We called Dora earlier. I think that was her name. It's compassion.
As that soft word passes through your mind, you rise into the apricot-colored light of the window. The woman keeps smiling her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass.
How did I know this was the mother of humanism? Yes, the Explorer. We just dialed random numbers until we eventually got connected to her and Backpack.
It's a mystery.
How the
a mystery
fuck?
Sprinkled with self-pity and regret.
What the
For
fuck?
some reason, unknown to your mind, looking at her delicate eyes makes you feel like you're ready. All you know is, this is the young mother of humanity, and that you should go. Do something else. Escape her sad, worry-worn look. A jigsaw of broken shards falls into place in front.
God, that's really pretty.
A ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one, and a text, a light motif below them both.
What shattered this mosaic?
Unknown.
Who is this older woman?
The escutcheon on her throne says, Irene the Navigator. She is depicted as an older woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses, holding a golden rights apfel in one hand and a scepter in the other. This is the queen of innocence Day advised. Above,
disco ball?
she herself is whole. Small figures of wise men, common men, worshippers walk up the stairs to stand at her feet. Secret servicemen, 30 years, stand in a row guarding her. It must have taken years to produce this work in all its dizzying
What does the motto say?
Below both women, in luminous black letters, Après la vie, mort. Après la mort, la vie de nouveau. And then, along the left side, Après le monde, la gré. Après le gré, le monde de nouveau. After life, death.
Yeah.
After death, life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again. This is the great leitmotif of humanism, a summary of the effect of the discovery of this Isola, the Insulindian, on human thinking. A tremendous sea change akin to finding
I don't
life.
think I would have translate gris into pale. I'd probably go with gray.
The mother of humanism towers above you. A wax painting.
I can't believe I fucking failed this fucking encyclopedia on a 90-something% chance. What the shit? And I bet I had something in here that would have made it so that I wouldn't have failed, right? Or maybe I don't have any encyclopedia. Yeah, alright. I feel better about failing, I guess. I was gonna get fucked up anyways. Do we put a point in encyclopedia? We are kind of running a little bit low on points. Fuck it.
The mother of humanism stands above it, despite the damage you've
I would have
done to
been
yourself.
huge
The title
mad.
is lodged in your hippocampus. This is Her Innocence Dolores Day, the innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. Perhaps the most famous human being ever to have lived.
Huh.
No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still, and will haunt you forever.
What exactly
as it
is
haunts
an
all
innocence?
men. The highest category of historic individual, an embodiment of the world spirit.
A ruler?
More, an innocence is elected to office.
Dolores Day.
A precedent that has taken place a mere 6 times in the entirety of history. The legal system of the Real Belt is built to accommodate an authentic rule should it coincide with our time.
Innocence is elected to office by a founding party. A precedent has taken place a mere 6 times in all of history. The legal system of the Real Belt. Huh.
An innocence is infallible. The decisions made by one are not decisions. They are inevitabilities. What would have happened anyway? Only accelerated, packed into decades instead of centuries. An innocence is a continuous, compressed event.
Wow.
A sacred human being. It is an honor and a glory to live when one is in office. No, we are alone. 300 years ago, in the wake of the discovery of this Isola, the Insulindian, by explorers from the continent of Mawindi,
she's like a
among
saint
other things,
that
the innocence
everyone
of inter-isolary travel
agrees
and
is infallible.
the world.
What else do I know about her?
Many things. You know she was a woman of the court, the wife of an influential Marchese, and eventually the principal advisor to Irene La Navigateur, Queen of Suresnes, modern-day Sir La Clé. Also, that she was gorgeous beyond beauty.
Yeah, everyone who believes in humanism, I guess.
Draped in ancient sadness. Are you sure you want to remember this bit of historic trivia? Standing under a long, slender form like this?
Where's this coming from?
The past. It's a silo of sadness, fermenting.
No, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. It's the perfect time to get sad for no fucking reason.
You must know.
Was she smart?
Terribly. Women of the court were expected to play both contract bridge and chess sufficiently well to prove an interesting challenge to a man. A simple grasp in matters of philosophy, theology, and science was encouraged. She was, by all means, a kept woman. She made the most of her position in the antediluvian court. A court visited by the most prominent thinkers and artists of the day.
Brandoid's favorite of this trilogy. You know what? I'm gonna try.
Of the state.
Catch Alakazam. There we go. In secret, she was become the era's preeminent philosopher of the state.
She was an almost preternaturally magnetic and intelligent individual. To her contemporaries, she appeared out of time, a messenger from the future of the species. We all fell in love with her. Head over heels, even before she was.
All right, here we go. We're gonna catch it right here.
Influence was tremendous.
Fuck.
It was on her advice that Irene La Navigateur sponsored a number of voyages.
Wait, I'm gonna be mad.
A costly, often tragic endeavor. Ultimately,
If I can't have Alakazam, no one can.
of the new world, the piece of reality you're standing on. She was crowned 2 years after the first expedition returned, setting in motion what is widely considered the greatest era in history.
I don't care.
Wow, indeed. When her innocence was declared, and the queen she had advised for years fell on her knees before her, she was so overcome with emotion that her lungs.
This is the most encyclopedic bit of this game we've come across this far.
Bystanders reported golden filaments lighting the already sunlit chamber around her. That is why the lungs are the symbol of love for the cultures of the Real Belt.
I want more.
As did we all. The lands of the Mesk and the Occident, and even far away Supreme Windy. Altogether, 21 of the 40 Mundial nations of the time immediately accepted Innocentic rule.
Alright, so...
Even before her crowning.
1.21 gigawatts. So, she was... I mean, like Encyclopedia said, she was probably the most well-known human to have ever lived.
In a city called Advesperaskit, in Vesper Messina, her homeland, the name of the city means evening comes, but it happened on a winter's morning, with the canals frozen and slush falling out of the sky. She was dressed in a white and pearl dress on an emptied-out plaza with the crowd far away. Already, her Theriers, the secret servicemen of the Innocents, were worried about an assassination attempt. Oh yes, she looked like humanity's young mother, a perfect mother, insultingly beautiful. It was as if her face and shoulders and hands were covered in a soft down of underfeathers. You know this well. Very well.
Maybe Harry's right. Maybe just being drunk all the time is a happier existence than knowing all this shit.
Midwinter snow was beating.
Like, how do you contain all this information in your head?
A small attaché of officials stood by as her Theriers placed a white gold wreath on her head. The crowning was mostly witnessed by secret servicemen.
Would I rather have hair as teeth? Teeth as hair. Are they gonna grow? Like, if I have teeth as hair, do they grow? Or is it just like little teeny tiny teeth on top of me? I think I'd rather have teeth as hair. Like, teeth are important. I gotta, you know, you gotta eat, right?
One of the men in this secret service killed her 22 years later. A young man who had come to suspect that Dolores Day was not entirely human, but something else. Something that had walked in our midst, watching us stumble for hundreds, if not thousands of years, until
teeth hair grow, but hair teeth do not. Yeah, I think I'd rather have teeth hair.
We were supposed to come
but getting them cut would be awful.
The man was reported to have screamed at the Innocents.
This is really an interesting blurb. Anger at at humanity failing to do what Doris Day did.
Dolores Day was shot in the chest with a fowling piece 8 times. The man, thought to be insane, said he once touched her and her body had been unnaturally warm, like a furnace, and that sometimes, while on duty, he observed her forgetting to breathe for over 10 minutes.
Then they get shattered. Yeah. Maybe I don't... maybe just get rid... I don't like the idea of teeth for hair at all.
This inhuman quality was witnessed by many others as well, glowing lungs and all. It is commonly attributed to mass hysteria and religious psychology.
Was there something terrifying about her?
Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory, or what remains of it. But terrifying, it's a simple word. She was bad for humanity, and you shouldn't have started thinking about her.
No, was there something bad about her? I want to know.
You already do. Although she is often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, there was something ominous about Dolores Day, constantly surrounded by her Theriers. She was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the Innocences.
It sounds like she was a lizard person.
Consider her a war criminal for the campaigns she waged against the Mesk state. And then there were the resettlement programs.
Oh boy.
The Mesk state tried to detach itself from Innocentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing
Mark
whiplash
Zuckerberg,
from
the
accelerated into secularism. Her mandatory education programs and mass resettlement of upstream Marguerite were problematic as well. Dissenters were suppressed by
the
a
Army of
force
Humanity.
she called the Army of Humanity.
So maybe not so innocent.
She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb in icons such as this. She was also blonde, the blondest woman you have ever seen, with green eyes the color of the Pacentic, mare interregnum. Little is known of her Marchese husband.
Oh.
It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role, which was to introduce Dolores Day to court. In conclusion, yes, there is something lonely, paranoid, and
I really
even
appreciate this kind of world building.
that people seldom mention, but feel when they think of her.
Like, I don't know, when you're talking about a pantheon of gods or whatever in a fantasy world, it's really easy to be focused so much on what they represent, what their believers think of them, etc. You don't often get the other side of, oh, well, yeah, this person was...
This subtle terror is part of her iconography.
Awful. To hell with this.
But she was not hell. She is the opposite of that. The wind of paradise, stripping away the covers from the hearts of men. There you stand, below her once more, with your hands on your side, momentarily at a loss as what to do with yourself.
Well, all right. So we did hear, and she was hot. Yes. I don't know. So oh, I guess we have to go talk to the other spooker, right? We gotta go find La Viejita. She comes back. And then that will allow us to talk again to the rave heads and blah, blah, blah. We've made it to 40 Real. We're fucking loaded, and here's Ekans. Old school fucking Pokemon, man. Let's just have a snake and name it Snake backwards. Fucking righteous. Where the fuck? You were too slow, Swank. Too slow. Way too slow. It's like you guys didn't really even want that Ekans. Alright, we gotta go. Going inside. We're going to sleep. One day. We gotta go look at this first. Okay, I actually do hate not being able to zoom out. I hate it a lot more than I thought. Primer for small kids. Okay. And that is my sleeping place.
It's getting late.
Whew. All right. Some cool high shivers thoughts that zoom the map out until you can see an entire... Wow. Jeez.
On the table,
We'll never know if shaving was the right call.
On the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it. The bed is comforting, if a bit run down. Across the room, the heating system hums its soft lullaby. The mattress feels soft and sheets warm. It only takes you moments for the world to fall away.
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around. Every corner and every street.
Recorded in you. Forever. On ferrotape.
Spinning, spinning. Am I dreaming?
No. You're spinning tapes at the discotheque. The great unceasing disco of the mind. The flash. The bang. The endless learning experience.
Spinning in eternity.
On and on it goes. For untold hours. At the disco where you first
show off your
asked
costume.
her to dance. Rising. Rising. Above the dark curvature. The great wingspan of sleep. Studied
You
with
look
stars.
ridiculous, Scooby-Doo. We're excited for Halloween. Oh.
Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first
That's Ruby.
time,
You're right. We found her.
the last time. The smoke in her mouth. The plotted flowers. The faces turning, changing.
What is it?
It's the world, Harry boy. And you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now. You can never forget this shit.
I don't want to. It's beautiful.
Beautiful. It's stuck on loop, whirling, spitting out words and images.
You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent. Picking up litter and old newspapers. Collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards. Meaningless, meaningless keepsakes.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
Harry's coming along.
You'll go
He's rejoining the
insane
world.
if you keep going like this. One more day, and you'll be in the loony bin. I just know you will. And for what, brother man?
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
Why?
'Cause only love can break your heart. Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
You can do it. It's nothing. Do it for the city. Go. Do it for the picture puzzle. Put it all together. Solve the world. One conversation at a time.
Fuck this guy. Okay, there we go. Phew. Oh man, internalizing a thought doesn't happen while you're sleeping, huh? That sucks.
On the table, you see a bowl of...
Yeah, our logic is all the way at 4. Alright, we're gonna be done. Game is getting good though. Actually, this is a good song to end on. We're gonna be back on Tuesday. We're gonna be finishing up Tormented Souls, I hope and think and know. And if you're into that, hope to see you then. If not, hope you have a hell of a Halloween all the same. Give out some candy or go get some yourself. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace.